Let's suppose that you're writing Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. I'm super hyped. I'm really happy to be here. It's been so long since I've actually done any D&D or anything, or actually been a dungeon master. I'm really excited to start a new season, a new show. With the subs. It's one of our sub benefits. You guys can play in this game with us. The players who I am joined with tonight are all subscribers of the channel. They're all awesome supporters of the channel, and they are here to play with me tonight. So their characters, you will notice, all have a bit of a dark backstory. The premise that I told them when we started the game was it's going to be in the lore of the servers that I used to run called MythRP. So we used to, as a community, created lore together and collaboratively spoke of stories and hinted at different villains and things together to make a story with one another. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the timeline gets screwed up when you go from season to season and map to map and things like that. So this series, I guess, is a West Marches style, which means it'll be a persistent world, going from, episode to episode or session to session is more episodic than I guess the last. It'll not be a ongoing campaign. I guess it will have some ongoing aspects, but this one is meant to play with you guys and to have fun in a world that we can all create together. We'll be touching on some things that we've played with in the past, that we've played with lore-wise as a community before. It's going to be super fun. I'm really hyped about it. A lot of it is very sandboxy. I actually haven't touched a reference book for Dungeons & Dragons in about a year, so there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm a little rusty on, but I don't really care about the rules as much as I care about a story. So we're here to tell a story, and that's what we're going to do today. Let's get started. Let's head on over to the main screen here. You'll see I'm actually starting to sweat like crazy. I haven't played D&D in so long, so if I am nervous, please forgive me. Here we go. All right. So hello everybody. What is up? Granny, oh, okay. All right. Seems as if the cam switched. Hey everybody. Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, it's weird. It says I'm still. That's so weird. It says I'm still. What do you call it? Muted, but I'm not. So it seems as if there was an issue with the webcams. Of course, there always is. Let me get. There we go. There he is. There's Smith. All right. How you guys doing? You guys ready to play?
Doing good.
Nice.
This.
Baron, of course, you aren't. What happened? Baron, speak?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, good, awesome. Love it. All right, so, as you notice, Baron's eyes light up, which is super cool. I was actually really hyped when we did that.
Super badass!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, you've got a little one too, but it's not as cool, it doesn't light up. I don't know where to put it, so I guess I'll just keep it here. I don't know. But yeah. So, how I get Roll20 chat to look like that? Magic, my friend. Magic, Click Monkey. Click Monkey, how you doing, my friend? How are you, first of all? I hope you're doing well. All right, so let me switch to a different playlist here. It seems too upbeat for what we got going on today, I think. So let's start off. Let's go around and let's chat about our characters. I already told chat that you guys are in a chain gang, and you guys are heading towards what you would think would be the gallows. If we want to go left to right, I, of course, am your dungeon master today, guys. I am Mythematic. You guys can listen to, I guess, Baron now. Baron, you want to tell me about your character and what you are willing to share about him?
Well, as of right now, what I'm willing to share about him is that his name's Brimstone. He's a dwarf, about yay high, got some badass tattoos, and some horrible marks all around his throat.
Nice.
Incredibly beat up, beat to shit, just looks like completely worse for wear.
All right, and you said he was a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Does he have a beard that hides the the?
It's more thin. It's more thin. It's black. It's bushy.
Okay.
But
All
he
right.
definitely, he just looks like he's like had the ever loving shit kicked out of him, and he has horrible scars. Like, I mean, fresh,
Yeah.
brutal wounds around his throat.
Like leathery scars.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Great. So that's Baron. Do you what about like what's the meta? What's your class?
I'm playing a
If you know
monk.
it. All right. So he's a monk. He's a scarred monk dwarf. I guess dwarf monk. Smith the Brit. We are joined with as well today. He is playing Captain Kieran Smith. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You want to tell us a little bit about him? About as much backstory as you want to tell.
Sure. Well, Captain Smith, he was a captain. Well, he was actually a first officer in the Navy until his officer was taken by pirates. Basically putting him forward for the captain role by his crew. Then he went out with his crew adventuring, trying to find his old captain again, could never find him, returned, and basically was ordered to no longer travel around trying to find his old captain. And Kieran, being Kieran, did not like that, so he tried to go back to his ship. The admiral, who is the higher ranking officer, tried to stop him with his sword. Kieran defended himself and ended up killing an admiral. My class is a ranger, and I'm human.
Awesome. So you are sentenced to death because you've killed a
high-ranking officer.
high-ranking officer. Baron, what about your character? What does your character do?
I
mean, we can also discuss it in game if you want, but
I mean, it'd be more interesting. But yeah, he beat a warden to death with his bare hands.
nice. All right. So a warden. If you guys are, what's up, Sea Dog? How you doing? If you guys are wondering what a warden is or anything like that, it is all a part of our lore that we've made collaboratively as a community. They are like the king's men, or like the king's guard, but they're not really tied to the throne. They're paid by the throne. They worship a much higher power than just a king. They worship the Lady of Light, which is really kind of cool. They're kind of crusaders of sort of this this just god or goddess, excuse me, who will burn the heretics, pretty much. That is those are the wardens, and that is who Baron's character had beaten up. Now next is Ace Helix. Try not to get confused between Ace Helix and I. We've got the same similar facial hair lately. Go ahead, Ace.
So I'm going to be playing Father Badrick, who he was kind of vaguely introduced to MythRP lore. He's more of a premise of the character than he is an entire character. Kind of when I start to do a character, you develop the backstory, you develop the motives and everything kind of along the way. But he was a premise of a character that I was planning on playing, but never ended up really happening too much. So he's kind of like sketchy. He's not exactly what he appears to be. His name's Father Badrick. Obviously, he's a man of the cloth, and his motives are a little bit wishy-washy. One of them being that he doesn't like anything not natural, anything supernatural, anything out of the ordinary, and which you've probably seen in some of the MythRP lore. He was involved kind of in that mix of the whole asylum scandal. That is kind of part of why he finds himself in chains at the moment. He wants to lock people up whether or not they deserve it because of their involvement in things supernatural and stuff like that. But we'll learn more as we go along. But that's a general idea behind it.
Awesome. And what brought him into? Why is he traveling with them to hang, or is he traveling with them as a father?
He's traveling with them in chains,
okay,
because of things that went down with the asylum scandal.
The asylum scandal, nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
So basically, as whether or not the asylum had proper motives or not, Father Badrick's involvement in the asylum was really he wanted to lock people up whether or not they should have been locked up or not. But that was kind of he was just entrapping people that probably didn't deserve it, but that was just his motive. So he was kind of brought down because of that.
Okay, awesome. Cool. So yeah, you're traveling in chains to hang.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you think. And Grenig, we have an awesome community member here. Grenig, he has not played any of the MythRP lore or any of the MythRP servers with us, but he is interested in playing, of course. He's an awesome community member and supporter of the channel here, and he's been eager to play. He's probably, I think, yeah, he was the first one to come up with a character sheet and get this thing going, so super excited. Grenig, what is your character? And you want to tell us a little bit about his backstory, if you like, as much as you want to reveal, but also why are you here? Why are you in chains traveling with this horde of people? Sea-Dog! Sea-Dog coming at that sub. You know what to do, guys. Go ahead and drop that myth love in chat for Sea-Dog. Sea-Dog, thank you so much, man. That really means a lot.
I am playing Lendar Lucktose, who is a 20-year-old halfling. Lendar was raised in a nomadic halfling community, and around 11, his caravan was attacked, and his father and brother were killed. After that, he got taken by those that attacked them and was sold into slavery with his mother and sister. Basically worked in a slave pit with them for quite some time until the slave owner got sick of him and decided to sell him off. Lender got sold to a pirate captain and basically served on that crew for the past 3 or 4 years. Since then, he's been doing pirating, and leading up till now, he actually found himself on the wrong side of the law from the King's Guard. They were waiting for him in a tavern and ended up capturing him. Him being a pirate and all, he was wanted by them. So that's why he's in the chain gang.
All right. So he's wanted for what? Sorry.
So many acts of piracy, Myth.
Okay. Just for being a pirate. Awesome. It's like they're piratists. How dare they? Piratist. I don't know.
Pirate. What was he too stakey? Is that why he's a piracist?
Yes. Absolutely. Awesome. So we have. Do we want to? Yeah, I guess Baron. What's your character's name?
Brimstone.
We have Brimstone, Captain Kieran Smith. It's Captain K because I can't fit it all. Father Badrick, and Lendar Lucktose. These are the 4 characters we're going to focus in on tonight. They are in a chain gang of many. If you want to know how much, about over 100 plus, because that's how many subs we got. Thank you all for being here and supporting the channel, because with the more subs means the more prisoners we can add to the chain gang here. So let's get started here. You guys have been sentenced to death. You guys have been walking for where the hell is the music I wanted to? I think it's this one. You guys have been walking for days and days on end. Some of you have seen some of you have seen the Almost Your Fate before. Some of you have probably replayed in your mind over and over again the fate that you have, what it would feel like to have the floor drop out from under you and to be only caught by the rope around your neck, and then just what that would feel like the last moments you would have, and to feel as if you would then, you'd be given mercy for your crimes. Some of you may not think it's that worth it, that you don't actually deserve the death that you have sentenced to you. But nevertheless, you have been walking for days up through the mountains. I'm actually going to crack open the map here if I can. I got to remember how and where everything is. There it is. All right, so this is a map I made up for all you noobs and nerds out there. We have the way I like to run games is very sandbox-esque. I already told the players that there's not much on here. Sorry, wow. There's not much on here that has been filled out. I only put this dot down. That is where we are. So wherever this quill is, that is where the party is. There are dots that are going to be cropping up throughout the game, and these dots are actually going to be just things that we talk about, things that we add into the game. The map is barren at the moment because the map is just a sandbox for us to play and sculpt story around. A couple of people have added some things. We had Seaport added, the Asylum. I think we have Grimtoll Keep up here in the corner. We also have, I don't know what this is. Oh, the Slave Pits of Dengar. Nice. Stoneheart as well as Blackstone. So some really cool things. This is what we have. This is the realm of Emati, for those of you who are wondering. So, you guys have been traveling from Seaport for a while up into the mountains. Every hex here, every hex is 6 days of travel. So it's been about a week and a half or so since, and you guys have you guys are traveling through, and the sun is just starting to set, and it's starting to get cold, and it just seems to be another one of those nights where you guys have to all just kind of unfortunately huddle up, and but it's you guys know that the four near you, which are all you guys are chained next to each other, and you've really learned a little bit about each other through this time. The sun's setting. It's starting to get cold out, and you guys are traveling. I forgot to mention, you guys are traveling with a battalion, or not a battalion, like a small or a large squad of wardens. These men armored in scarlet and black and red trimmed or gold trimmed armor, full sets or full suits of armor. One of them slaps you with the side of his sword, Luctose, and he's just like, "You,
Yeah?
Go get us some of that. Go get us some firewood. Hurry.
You want me to go get firewood?
Yeah.
And then he kind of like looks at his friends for a chuckle because he knows that you can't actually leave. And he starts to say, "Go on, go!" And he starts poking.
If you don't mind, sir, you mind unlocking these chains, and I'll be on my way right away.
He spits in your face, and then he.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, okay. He spits in your face, and he turns and walks away. But and he goes and comes back with some logs as well. You guys are left here now as this fire is building to kind of chat amongst yourselves, and maybe, chat amongst yourselves and see. What do you guys do?
I'll walk back to the camp, or back to the fire, kind of wiping my face a little bit.
Sure.
Did you guys see what just happened there?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it.
They don't treat us with any respect just because we're bad people or something.
Bad people.
Allegedly.
What do you expect?
You think it's just because you're bad people? Do you know nothing about the wardens? For Christ's sakes, they don't like anything not human. Come on.
Well, I'm not human, though. I'm a halfling.
Exactly.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, quick on the uptake.
Fuck's sakes. Surrounded by idiots already.
I didn't get your fellas' names before, by the way. Lender Luctose, you may recognize me from those wanted posters.
I remember chasing you down once. That was fun.
Yeah, you may recognize. I don't know how much he's changed, how much Captain Kieran Smith has changed, but you may have probably at this moment, Lendar, something does seem familiar about this gentleman.
Oh, I think I've seen you before. At the backside of our boat as we left you behind.
You didn't leave me behind. I put my crew members before your life.
Right. Well, I'm just gonna keep believing what I said.
Right.
Do what you want.
And who's this guy with all the marks around your neck?
Yeah. Fuck you. So, when he comes back, we're gonna kill him, right?
The guard?
I'm not
The
really sure
warden.
about that. I think it's more about the long game. Let's figure out what the motives are, and then see how we can swindle them out of, maybe the case.
Swindle? Or you're positive? I'm just like there's a fire here. And I mean, at least a piece of this wood might burn a little bit to grab it, but bludgeon him to death. Problem solved.
Have we gotten a head count yet? How many are there?
I mean, they're wardens, so where there's one, there's fucking a ton.
Yeah, well, we need to get the case, and we need to do it in such a way that we don't have them on our tails.
Anyone have any ideas?
Kill them.
That's how we get the keys? Just kill them?
Well, it's rather kill them or kill them. They're wardens. They're not going to be able to be persuaded.
So I have to mention at this time, you all are, you have your hands are tied together and bound by chain to the shackles around the ankles of the person in front of you.
Is it in the
Well-
order that
But yeah,
we
let's
gave our
keep it
description?
easy.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds good.
Let's do Baron's in the front, and then your ankles are there is like a probably about, I don't know, 6 foot chain between the ankles and the feet.
This seems really shitty.
Yeah. So
Are you just realizing that now?
I mean, to be honest, it's been a long fucking month, asshole. And I'm gonna point to my throat.
Oh, you've gone through this already, I see.
Yes, you could say that.
Well, is there any way we could use this chain to, I don't know, kill somebody?
I mean, I was thinking to strangle someone. You know what? First things first. I'm gonna take a peek around.
Sure. Go ahead and what are you looking for? Exactly?
Just in general, I want to see how many wardens we got. Like, what do we have around us that could be a threat to us? Is what I'm looking for.
Sure. What do you have around you that could be a threat? Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a perception.
How the hell do I do that?
Yeah. So for those of us who are playing D&D for the first time or haven't played in a year like me, go over to your character sheet. It's super easy. All you have to do is click the button on your character sheet. Click your character, obviously. Go over to character sheet tab. Scroll down to the skill, which is right next to your abilities. Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom. Right next to that, there's your skills. Perception, give that a click.
One second.
Right here. You can take a look on the stream, and you will see it.
There you go.
Yeah, right there. Right there.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, I did. I already rolled.
What did you roll? Yeah. All right.
14.
Sweet.
It's not bad.
All right, not bad. So you see around. Nice. So you see around. There are a couple trees. That guy just comes back. He's got a stack, or he's got like about like an arm's full, maybe 7 or 8 logs, or sticks that could qualify as logs or kindling. There are 12 wardens you can see, but the chain line extends probably about 15 people in front of you, and then about 85 people behind you. It is just one long single file line.
So it's not just our group. There's other people in chains with us.
Yeah,
it's a huge line. Okay.
It's a huge line. Yeah.
Can I like look down at the chains? Because obviously we've been walking quite a while. Can I look if there's any like weak points where the chains may have been like rubbing together?
The chains that have been rubbing together were the ring, because you have your shackles, and then there's a ring next to the shackles, in front of the shackles, which is where the chain from the right and left leg move through. So that would be the most that it would have the most rubbing. The chains are twisted wire. It's not a steel bar, but it's like a fused twisted cables that have been bent into rings. They seem pretty sturdy. Baron, you do notice, Brimstone notices that you've not taken this path before. You've walked the gallows before. And this is not the same path.
This is different. Something's new. Something's wrong.
And it really just hit you the past couple hours that you took a right when you should have taken a left. You didn't. This isn't actually, like, unless this is a scenic route to go to the gallows. This isn't actually where they are.
What do you mean something's wrong?
Listen, this is not the first time they've hung me, as odd as that's gonna sound. And again, I point to the giant leathery fucking things around my throat.
The leathery scars, yeah.
And this is definitely not the same path they took before.
So you're saying there's a chance they're just gonna let us go?
Yes, and then your life will be rainbows, and they'll throw a fucking parade for you. No, I'm saying something's different.
Oh.
You're meaning to say they have a purpose for us?
Definitely different, that's for sure. Like, how the hell am I gonna guess what the fuck the wardens want?
Father, do you have any clue what's going on?
Well, the thing that confuses me is that they got me in here because I wasn't treating people that were not people with respect that they thought I should give them. But it seems like the wardens don't really like anything but people anyway, so I just don't know why I'm here. They should let me go.
Was it the wardens who arrested you?
Well, it's kind of complicated.
I'm pretty sure we have time. Yes.
Well, let's just say there was a group of people who signed a petition to make me resign from my position, and it was passed along to the wardens. And next thing I know, I am on a short ride to being in chains.
Well, interesting. Anyone got any ideas? Because personally, I'm not so sure I'm gonna survive a second fucking hanging.
If we could get, is there any weapons around or anything we could grab a hold of?
I'm gonna put my two hands forward and just look at them.
Oh, you're saying your fists are weapons, right? That's what you're saying.
I've been known to bludgeon a man to death a time or two.
Okay, well, maybe we can get a guard by himself.
Maybe if we find or use our weapons at a later date, maybe we should just see where this takes us and where they take us and try to,
It is easier to escape well on the move, correct? It'll be easier to take them by surprise with 100 of us, and I see 12. There's got to be a few more at least to guard this many prisoners.
Hold on, maybe I'll try and act sick or something, and then one of them will come over.
Yeah, what happens if 7 of them come over?
Then we abort.
Listen, we need to be very cautious. I think we need to look around. We need to find the weakest looking
What are you guys talking about up here?
Nothing.
How much this really sucks, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, you deserve it. Piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, coming from you and your bright, shiny fucking armor, always lording it over the rest of us. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, alright. Right, good one. I mean, I'd probably be as mad too if I was days from my death.
Days? Where are you taking us?
What do you mean?
Oh, for Christ's sakes, this isn't the first time the wardens have fucking hung me. I know this isn't the same path. Where the fuck are you taking us?
Stormhaven. You know,
Where?
Stormhaven. You know that shitty old town, the one that was overrun?
Vague tales. What do you mean overrun?
He just kind of like looks at you, and then he turns and continues sparking
this-
up the fire.
Guys-
Listen, asshole, I'm talking to you. For Christ's sakes, I mean, very minimum. Just a few words. You can't tell I hate fucking warden.
Yeah. What do you? All right. What do you want to know?
Seriously, just come on, a little bit. I'm stuck here with the annoying fucking gnome. I don't know what the fuck that
Pardon
guy
me,
is, and it's
sir?
holier than thy asshole. Least you can do is tell me where the fuck I'm going.
You go like I told you where you're going. You're going to Stormhaven.
Yeah, I got that. But what do you mean overrun?
Well, the tales are that it was overrun. We need people like you, people who are, disposable, to go and take a look.
Can I insight him?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an insight.
Take a look at what happened.
He
Six.
kind of doesn't really know what the mission is. He's kind of he knows that he has to take you there, but he doesn't know the details.
Okay.
He's got like a shifty eye, and you could tell he's starting to sweat. He doesn't. He's just making this up. He doesn't really know what the mission is, but he knows that you're going to Stormhaven.
Stormhaven's the one that's across from the asylum, right?
That's Seaport.
That's Seaport, yeah.
Oh, that's Seaport. Never mind.
Stormhaven was the one next to. That was season 1. The Docktown.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you don't know, there's no point in just speaking. Just say you don't know where we're going and what we're doing.
Well, that's what I was told. Do we go to send you in there? I mean, I assume it's to check out the place, see what's going on.
We're wasting
And then-
our time with this fucking mouth breather, and I'm gonna flip him off through the chains.
He kind of just laughs. And he continues sparking up the fire. And then he moves on, and then he sparks up another fire, probably 10 or so people down. Because this is what they do to try to keep bunches of the chain gang warm, so they're not these prisoners warm, so they're not dying. They cook up some pretty old meat. It's they try their best to char it to cook out a lot of the rot, but it's probably the worst meal you've had. You've had several meals before that you couldn't keep down, and this one is almost just as unbearable.
I just wish they would have hung me fucking early. Jesus, what is this?
I'm not quite sure, but like I could pretend that this makes me sick now.
Fuck's sakes. Listen,
I mean, all things considered, it's not too bad. I mean, count your blessings, right?
agreed. If
Had
they
worse.
want to use us for something, think about it. We bide our time, find out where we're going, and then make a move.
As soon as they unlock our chains to deal with this thing, we could just go. As soon
Perfect.
as they do.
I mean, I guess perfect if you count fucking going into a town that's overrun with fucking something we don't know about. Yeah, sure. Perfect. Just fine. And I'm just gonna lean back and fucking rest a bit.
Sure.
Would
Anybody
I-
else doing anything before
Yeah,
resting?
I was just gonna say, would I know like just roughly where we are? Like, because I've probably been around these areas.
Yeah,
like,
around the seaport and by the coastal towns and through the coastal forest. You're on a road. You're on a path that is heading towards Seaport. You've heard Stormhaven. You've heard of Stormhaven before, but there was a catastrophe that happened in Stormhaven, and Stormhaven is right next to the palace. But Stormhaven has been abandoned for quite some time. It's just like right down the cliff. It's a really easy thing they block off. They just collapse the bridge or the ramp way down, and no one goes down there. If anybody does go down there, they just consider them dead, or they just don't go look for them.
So Badrick wants to. He's kind of eavesdropping and trying to listen in to see like the least content warden, like the one that's least happy with the job that he's doing, like seeing if he can hear anything like that.
Okay, make a listen, or a perception, or whatever it is nowadays. I'll take this time now, guys. If you are here watching and want to interact as well, you can. You could scroll down and take a look in the tips section of the channel, and you could go ahead and send us some sweet loot, and it can help your friends overcome some things. You could also give me advantage or disadvantage. You could also take control of the session if you want. It's a great way to raise money for the TwitchCon goal, in which is in a couple weeks here. So it's a great way to interact and play along, and So thanks a lot, guys, for coming by today too.
Should I roll wisdom?
You should have a perception.
There's a passive wisdom perception, but I don't see a way to roll it.
No. Under skills, there's between nature and performance, there's perception.
I might be on the wrong section.
So if you go to your, if you take a look at the stream,
I'm in the character sheet.
It's above passive wisdom.
Yeah,
it's above passive wisdom. And look at the skills section, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up from the bottom.
Oh, okay. Got it.
You just give that a clicky. 10. All right. So for those of you who are trying to read these, the first one is your roll. The second one is if you have advantage. Sue, you're listening for someone who seems as if they're like not happy with.
Yeah, like bitching about the job or something.
Yeah. It's not hard. It's not hard to hear that. A guy that you were talking to earlier, the dude he's talking to now, seems to have. You could see like under his helmet, or actually he doesn't have his helmet on, but he seems to have a shaved head, and he is complaining about how cold it is. And this is the third night in a row that he's been complaining about how cold it is and how they should be paying him more. And it's kind of, and him questioning also how much the king is paying. And,
right. Okay.
And where all that money goes and all that stuff. But,
so he's kind of thinking that if he can find somebody that's very just not happy with doing the job at hand, perhaps we can coax him into persuading others into maybe veering off course, maybe trying to make a shortcut or something that takes them off of the path that has been planned ahead.
Okay.
So that maybe they can do something to throw him off and make a break or something like that.
Sure. You want to try to role play it out?
Yeah.
So
Dr. Pancakes coming in with that sub. Thank you so much, Dr. Pancakes. Holy shit, thanks, man.
So
That Twitch Prime.
the one with the shaved head over there, yeah, he's not happy with what's been going on. He doesn't like the job. It's too cold and stuff. I was thinking that perhaps if we can come up with a route that we might be able to, make a break or something for it better. Maybe we can persuade him to make what we would tell him would be a shortcut, and he can persuade the others to do it so that they can, get home quicker, that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna pop one eye open and be like, "What the fuck did you say your name was again?"
It's Badrick. It's Father Badrick.
Well, I mean, it's better than being turned loose in an abandoned city where we could potentially escape. Oh wait. As long as you don't get us killed or beaten, I don't care what you fucking do. Having said that, if you get me beaten, I will strangle you to death. And then I'm just gonna fucking lean back again.
Yeah.
Does anybody know where we are?
I have a rough idea. We're just on a road, really, that's just heading towards. I completely forgot.
Stormhaven.
Stormhaven.
Stormhaven, yeah.
Yes.
Do you know if there's any
and
water nearby with
Stormhaven and Seaport.
like some ships and whatnot?
Well, we have just come from Seaport, but it's a little far away.
I was thinking if we could convince them to veer course a little closer to the water, maybe we could make a break and actually take a boat, and then we could sail out on a boat.
And that's where I'll pretend I'm sick, right?
I'm gonna jingle my chains just back and forth. I don't particularly want to. I don't really want to swim in these guys.
Yeah, a dwarf swimming, let alone swimming in chains.
All I'm saying is perhaps we could do all of this after they take them off. That'd be my preferable thing, and then you guys can fuck off and do whatever you want.
I mean, but, you know, if we could find a port, if we could veer over to a port, maybe you wouldn't have to swim. We could just take the ship right from the port.
Guys, have I told you my plan?
One more fucking time, and I will use these chains to strangle you to fucking death.
I mean, I'm just saying, do you really think that they give a shit if you're sick? They'll probably just let you poop in your pants over there.
Or laugh.
Poop in the pants.
So which guard did you say was the one who was? Right.
The one with the bald head, the shaved head one.
Okay. I'm just going to. Hold on. Hey, Baldy!
You talking to me?
You're the bold one, right?
A resplendent offering.
Oh my god, Dr. Pancake's coming in with the 50 spot.
How about a swarm of 100 squirrels?
Oh my god. Thank you so much, man. Alright, we'll do it. Alright, so thanks my friend. He's like, what are you talking about? Me?
Rub your head. Is it bold? Then you're Baldy.
He gets up and walks over towards you.
See, I need the toilet, but I don't think that you want me pissing on you, or you having to deal with any of these having piss on them. Possibly getting sick, lowering our amount of time. Do you think you can just let me out of here for a few seconds and I go in a bush?
Are you fucking crazy? You piss where you stand.
You know who I am. You know what I...
Oh, sorry.
No.
Lindor hears the word sick and starts winking at everybody.
What kind of shit?
Oh, my stomach.
And they one was like, actually make a deception.
Okay. Wait, me? Or...
21, yeah, okay. You just go, oh, my stomach. Like, oh, shit. He's going to throw up.
I'm so sick. Quick, come over here.
What is it? What do you need? You all right?
He actually does. He does come over there. And he does, in fact, yeah, he is there.
Can I try Myth to see if I can grab something off of him with a sleight of hand check?
Yeah, of course you can. Doctor, don't worry, I am working on everything right now.
23.
23? A sleight of
Yeah.
hand? What are you trying to grab?
What does he have on him that I can see?
Anything you want right now. He's got a long sword, and do they usual shields? Yeah, they have a long sword and a shield.
Okay.
And he's got a torch out. He's got his hand like on his sword.
Okay.
Because he kind of always does. And then he's got a small pouch.
Okay. Well, I'll try and, since it would be really hard to swindle a sword off of him, I'm gonna reach into his pouch quick and see if I can grab something out of there.
Okay. There's a couple things in there. He does. Make another. Because now you're in there. If you want to grab something, make another whatever you call it, sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, make another sleight of hand.
22.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you do feel something that you think would probably be the keys.
Okay, I'm gonna
or
grab
a
it.
key. You can only assume it's probably the key. Great. So yeah, you grab it, and you pull it out without him knowing, and there is you are now holding the key.
I'm gonna try and
Or a
kind of
key.
tuck it into the palms of my hand. Be
Okay.
like, oh, you know what? I'm feeling better now. That was so crazy. It just something came over me just when I heard the word sick. And that guy's got a pee, so you should go check on him.
He's kind of confused at that, like, how you went from being sick to just not so quickly. So make another deception. You guys have to tell me because I'm working on something else right now.
22.
Oh boy.
22. All right. He kind of like looks, raises an eyebrow, and then turns over to you, Kieran.
Yes, so I have to pee, and trust me, this one next to me, I've seen him puke, and it's projectile. It will hit you. So, unless you want to ruin your armor, I suggest you let me go to the toilet. In a bush or something. You can guard me, I do not care, but...
Once again, he's like, well, go. He kind of turns around, actually kind of like laughs. Then he turns around and leaves. And like leaves
Okay.
you to just figure out yourself. They don't give a shit if you have to pee. They're like, all right, whatever.
Oh, hey, fellas.
Trying to sleep. What the fuck do you want, midget?
Hey, by midget you mean a halfling.
Whatever.
You may be interested to know that I swindled this. And I'll display the key in my hand.
Wow. And I thought you were going to be the useless one.
Yeah, comic courage. I didn't think your plan would be working at all.
What was that?
Should I use it? I don't know.
I think you should hold on to it until we come up with a better plan.
Yeah, again, making a break for it in camp where they're already on guard is probably a really stupid idea.
Right. Okay, I'll swallow this and hold it for later, right?
Don't swallow.
Put it in your
Hide it.
boot. We're not
Yeah.
waiting for you to shit it out. What the hell? Who wants to even go through a gnome's droppings? What the fuck?
Excuse me, sir.
That's not how I want to spend my afternoon. Fuck it. I'll take the newt.
Keep it down.
This is the second time you've
What
called
are
me
you
a
guys talking about
gnome.
over there? You guys are right chatty today.
Yeah, like that food you fed me? Diarrhea.
Yeah, going right through 'em.
They are talking about my shit, sir.
God damn it.
All right. So, I need everybody to make a perception.
Oh god. Baron, you rolled like 4 times.
Listen, my mouse is broken. Don't judge me.
Just take the first one, I guess.
What did you guys get?
I got
No.
11-4.
So you got 11. I got a 9.
What's the second number for?
The second number is if you have advantage.
Wait, Myth, what type of terrain would you say this is? Grasslands?
It's like woodlandy forest.
Okay.
Trying to make any sort of. It's really hard for me to just make these maps on the fly. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. All right, I can't do anything now. All right, so what did you roll? You rolled a 10, 17. Okay, so Baron, you rolled the first one is 10. Ace, you rolled an 11, and then what else did you guys roll?
I rolled a 9.
And I rolled a
9,
24.
24, geez. All right, so the 24, you hear a through the woods up ahead, but like you hear a. And then it starts. You hear it like very rapid, and then you almost hear it kind of start to hum. That chittering happens so much it starts to turn into a hum, and then like this loud cacophony of like rodent chitters. And then you start to hear the wardens are like, "What the hell is that? What the hell?" And then you start to hear people, even prisoners in the chain gang, start to like scream and yell, not like out of like pain, well, not out of terror or anything, but out of pain. They're like, "Oh, are these rats? What are these things?" And then they start to, you just see some that are climbing over and like hopping through the chain gang, and through the prisoners, and some are even like jumping from one to another. And you all could kind of hear, of course, see this now, but with the perception check of 24, and also the 24, you see that these are actually these are squirrels, like a swarm of squirrels.
Fucking hell.
Can I do a like
You
a
can thank
sleight
Dr.
of
Pancake
hand
for that.
and see if I can actually snatch one and like put it in like a pouch or something?
They're not close enough yet. They're probably about 10 or 15. Well, they're probably about 10 or 15 people away from you. So maybe about 30 feet or so. So if you want to go ahead, guys, and make an initiative, these things are definitely, they want to gnaw on your face.
So where's initiative?
So initiative is, oh yeah, I've got this thing called a notebook right here. Yeah, it's going to be so much easier. Initiative is going to be there. I think it's just a dex check, but I think it's, let me take a look.
It's up near the top of your sheet,
Yeah,
there,
it's
in
up.
between armor class and speed.
Awesome. Let me grab a pen real quick.
Regardless, I'm going fat.
I'm still asleep, apparently.
Yeah. Just like.
And you're probably the only one that can do anything, Baron.
Fucking squirrels, man.
No, I don't have a pen. Okay, so I'll just have to do the initiative tracker in here. Sue. Oh, balls. How do we used to do this? Bio, that, there we go. Give me a second, everybody. It's been a while. Okay. And I'll just switch you guys over to this map here while we go ahead and move on with this. So I had to just quickly draw this up. Sorry. So here we have Baron, you're in front, right? And then we have Luctose in the back. And then
Left behind Baron, yep.
Yeah. So that's what we got going on. There seems to be swarms of these rats kind of barreling down, gnawing on a lot of people. A lot of them are screaming. Some of the wardens have started to take up arms as well, and start to fight these things and throw them, pick them and throw them into the woods. And you start to see that some of the chain, like the other prisoners, are starting to peel back towards you guys as well. I need to get a thing for that. We rolled initiatives. Who got?
I got highest 19.
Okay. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. There we go. Look at this. Add turn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. All right, so you can go to the turn order, guys, and you should be able to edit what you put down. I am just gonna roll once for these guys because I don't really care. Just they'll all roll at the same time here. So these guys are all gonna go at 18. And then we'll get I'll get the warden set up. Okay. Where am I? All right. It's been so long, you guys, since I've done any of this on here. But yeah, we'll just call these the wardens. So there's a couple wardens up here fighting at the moment. And some are running up there right now. So with the 19, you will go first, Kieran.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, hold on.
Yeah, and you guys are all chained by like other people too, so that's kind of the hard thing here. Where can I? Oh yeah. So let me know what you are doing.
Okay. So I'm gonna be like, hey pirate, give me the key. And I'm gonna try to take the key.
Is now the time to escape?
They're being attacked by rats. Probably a good idea. Or squirrels, whatever. Either one.
Okay, I'm gonna hand him the key.
Okay, I'm gonna-
Across the father.
Okay, I'm gonna unlock myself and pull out. While in this, I'm gonna pull out the baling pin that keeps my hair in a bunch.
Yeah. I don't know what that was. That was weird.
Make sure you hand that back afterwards.
I'm just an idiot. And I'm gonna obviously, for my turn, I'm just gonna start helping these guys unlock themselves from the.
Okay. I'm still trying to set up this thing.
And somebody better wake up that old grump as well.
There you
How
go.
heavy?
So,
How heavy duty are these
Chains?
chains?
pretty heavy duty. They're pretty heavy duty. They can hold. You've seen them hold orcs before, but nothing really much bigger than that.
And how long? Like, so what was the key? I assume the key worked. It is the key to the shackles.
Yes.
And we were chained at the legs and the arms, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So who's up now that everything's like sort of set up here?
So yeah, I just took the key from him and I've unlocked myself. And I'm gonna for my turn. And I took the baling pin out of my hair, so my hair's now just fallen down. And I'm gonna just start helping these guys unlock their chains, as sneakily as I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't want to be like, "Hey guys, we're getting out of here."
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, let's switch it up to the rats. The rats are gonna go in. They're gonna make a couple attacks to these guys. This one's gonna come over here. Oh god. And yeah. So let's make a couple. Yeah, they're still gonna be attacking. You see, they move in. This one comes here. I don't know why this is flickering, but these guys move up here. All right. Moving into Father Badrick. You're up.
So are the rats or squirrels or whatever, are they close enough to where I can maybe grab one of them?
There is one nearby. Yeah.
Can I do a sleight of
they're
hand?
not. They're not.
See if
far.
I can.
Sorry. You want to try to grab one?
Yeah, I want to try and grab one. And do I have like anything on my clothes, like a pouch or a pocket that I could try and stuff one into?
They're still pretty far away. Actually, I should probably move them up a little forward because I've been barreling through. So yeah, they're about here. If you look at the map, you guys can see the map, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the map. They're still a pretty good chunk away from you, so you can't really reach one of them yet.
Okay.
But you do see that the dude, or you do feel the guy behind you is rattling the chains that are connected to you, or in front of you. You see that Kieran is breaking his chains. Oh, what? It's an army of squirrels. Exactly.
I guess he would try and like reach over and grab the key, so he's next when they're unshackling.
All right, yeah. So you could spend your turn unshackling. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And Lucky Toes, did you unshackle?
Yeah. If
I mean, now it's your
the
turn.
key's available for me.
Yeah. So you threw it up there, and they passed it back. So
That's
now
very
it's back
kind
in
of
your hands. If you wanted to unlock yours, you can.
Okay, I'll do the same.
Okay. So yeah, you unlock. Top of the round happens. Oh no, Baron.
Baron.
Oh, Baron, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna be like holding my hand out for the goddamn key.
Yep.
Okay,
And
how
I'll
much
look
le-
at him for a little bit before I unlock you.
So when I get the key, how much length do I have between the handcuffs?
You have.
Is
when
it
you get
lengthy
the-
enough to be? How restricting is what I'm saying? Like with the feet ones gone, how restricting is the upper handcuffs?
With the upper hands?
Yeah.
They're pretty much, your palms are close together.
Okay, I'll unlock all of them, but I'm gonna keep the fucking chain.
Keep the leg chains. Yeah. Okay. All
Whatever,
right.
I'm gonna just take the chains. I'm not gonna keep them on me. I'm gonna keep the chains though. I'm just gonna hold on to the fucking chains.
Okay. Got it. All right. Awesome. Going up to the top of the round, or going back to at least to these rats. The rats are gonna barrel through down here. Oh god, that's not a rat. And you see a lot of different. A lot of these guys are still trying to fight. These guys have been pushed back, and are trying to at least fight these things. Probably one of them has been taken care of, but they're still trying to fight this horde of squirrels, which you've never seen. You've never seen anything like this, or what? Like, why would there be this many squirrels ever at one time? You wouldn't know, but I guess in the world of D&D, this would happen. So they are just barreling through, coming down. A lot of them. A guy is holding off like a torrent or like a flood, a tidal wave of rats, as they all pang against his shield. And he's kind of just like trying to shield bash them as well. You see a lot of the prisoners in front of you are just screaming in pain as these things just jump on them and like dig at their face, their eyes. Some are trying to burrow into their ear and their nose. You've never seen like anything so terrifying. Like, you've seen a rat or two, or maybe you've never seen a swarm, but let alone you've never seen hundreds of even squirrels before. But seeing them so rabid is just such an odd sight. And a lot, you see a couple of the wardens are actually, it's very hard to tell the difference between this stain, the red stain on the red paint or the red coloring on their armor, to the red stain from the blood coming out of their necks or noses and things like that. It is now your turn. Kieran.
Yes. I'm going to Hunter's Mark one of the clusters of. Well, which is there like a rat or that is close, like really close to me, like, because I can only hunt at Mark.
With 4
one,
people
so.
up, you can move now. You can move freely because you're broken free.
Okay, so all the guards now moved up, or is one like the guards that guard there?
No, that he's moved up.
Okay, I'm going to.
But there are still some. There was 12 in the area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, there's still.
Okay, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on me.
Okay. What does that do exactly? This battle music's awful. What does it do
Veil of
exactly?
Shadow and Silence radiate from you, masking you and your companions from. Oh, I'm gonna cast it for the whole group at level 2. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus on stealth.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm just going to, as stealthily as I can, like start moving out of the area, like away from the rats, into
Okay.
like the forest-ish.
Yeah, feel free to move your token. Can you move your token?
Do know.
Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah. Go. Feel free.
So on how is this 5 feet per square? I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move that.
Sure.
Do you want me to roll stealth?
No, it's fine.
No. Okay.
It's fine at the moment. Actually, yeah. Actually, go ahead. Sorry, I was.
Yeah.
Type something else. Go for it.
I need to do +10 on that. So 24.
24. Nice. Okay. You make it into the woods unnoticed. Who is next?
The rat.
The rats? Oh, the rats just went. I don't know why I did the rats first.
So yeah, it's.
I guess it's me then.
Yep.
Yeah. So you said that there was like fires that was pretty close to us, right? Before?
Yeah. Yeah.
So assuming that there's still probably some wood that hasn't been burnt too much,
Sure.
what he wants to do is like flop over, scramble, and see if you can like grab a stick before trying to like stealthily run out into the woods with it, to get like some kind of weapon, because he's not much of a fighter, but if he has a weapon, he could maybe kill a squirrel. So what should I roll?
So you can just grab a stick, a burning
Okay.
log or something. Not a big deal.
And then, but for like getting past, going out, because I
You
want
would
to
make a
move out
stealth,
towards
yeah.
into the woods.
You
Yeah.
want to make a stealth.
Okay.
Or move silently, or what? I don't even remember what they're called anymore.
Just don't forget to add a +10 after you've rolled.
All right, we're gonna go right here, and so 25.
Nice. Okay, so with a 25, you can you kind of grab it. It's not actually like a. It's a log that is bellowing smoke, but it's red embered, but it's not flamed.
Okay.
Maybe you could like blow on it and maybe get a flame out of it, but for the sake of running and not creating an ease of
Them
stealth.
noticing you, basically.
Yeah, them noticing. So yeah, next it is Lendar, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Lendar, you're up.
Yep. So Lendar will see that his friends, in quotation marks, are running into the woods. With his last act, he will turn to the person behind him and whisper to him, "Remember, Lucto set you free, my friend. Goodbye, sweet Patrick." And then he'll run off following them.
Okay. And now, Baron, you're up.
Do I still have the key?
Yeah.
I'm gonna toss it to the nearest fucking panic prisoners, and then I'm gonna make way the same way they did.
Okay. Awesome. Wow. That. Thank you so much, Dr. Pancake. That really fucked up my session. But so that's what I love about that. All right. So, you guys, as you're leaving through the area, you guys see that the rats overcome the wardens and a lot of the prisoners as well. The prisoners are able to fight. If you guys are watching, if you guys stick around to watch, you would see that they are able to overcome the swarm of rats. A lot of people are wounded, and a lot of people are infected from the various diseases that they carry. I don't know if you guys are sticking around to see that, but that's what happens. Now, at the sidelines of during this battle happening, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna turn to
Out
the
in the
others and
woods.
say, "You understand that if they turn those things, they're gonna come looking for us. We only got a few hours. The only thing to do in my opinion, is what they're not expecting.
Stay put.
We.
Stay
I'm-
put.
I'm curious to see what's going on.
You want to stay in the vicinity
No.
of our captors?
No, as in what's going on at Stormhaven.
They sure as fuck won't expect it.
They will not.
They also wouldn't expect us to lock ourselves back up again.
Is he close enough to hit? Just to slap?
Yes, he is.
I'm just going to slap him.
Thank you so
Who
much,
am
Dr.
I?
Pancake. That really means a lot for the for that encounter there. So you guys are do you rest? Do you head towards Stormhaven? What's going on?
Yeah,
Squirrelmancer got a Squirrelmancer. You're right.
we're gonna. I guess we're gonna head there, but obviously we're gonna take rest, obviously, on the travels because I assume it's still quite a while.
Yeah, it's an easy path. You just take the road that you were on there. The only thing is, of course, is the issue of possibly getting found by the wardens who have just locked you up.
Yeah, I really don't think we should stay by the road. They're going to be heading in behind us, those seals. I think we need to find a boat or something.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I personally would like to know what the hell is going on in Stormhaven.
Well, if we
We
find a
can go
boat,
to Stormhaven. We just don't want to be on the road when we go there.
Ah. Do you have any idea where the fuck a boat would be?
I was hoping somebody knew where the nearest port was so we could find one.
I'm pretty sure I probably know Myth, don't I?
Where the nearest port would be?
Or would it be Seaport?
Well, there is Seaport, but that's behind you. You guys came from Seaport.
Yeah. So
Make a
it should
check.
be okay. Intelligent.
It would be, I think, a wisdom.
Where is it? Okay.
$18.
18.
Yeah. So I'm now going to give you the permission to tell me about what you know in the area.
Well, I'm seeing that. Can we go back to the main map so I can?
Of course you can.
Come on, scroll across. Thank you. I'm actually not from Seaport. I'm from Stoneheart. But I've been to Seaport a few times, so I know the rough area around. I would say that probably around. Probably around here, there's like a small port. Where I just drew. Why is it blue? But
Okay. What's the name of that port?
someone think of a name. I'm crap.
You're the captain.
The sea village of Storm Hollow.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sure.
Let me do, I think it's this. Storm Hollow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Why can't I go back to there? Tell me about Storm Hollow. What makes it? What do you know about it?
I know it's a good area. It's a known area where pirates like to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically like the pirate version of Seaport. And it's just, basically, it's just a bunch of pirates, and it's run by a pirate. It's not a very big place. It's quite a small, like, town, if you'd call it a town. It's not like Seaport. It's a huge port.
Okay.
But it's a main area for pirates.
How's it going, Tab Enter? What's up, buddy? All right, so you're saying it is a... All right, okay.
A pirate port.
It's a pirate port. All right, so tell me how the pirate port of Storm Hollow right here in the mouth of this river, or the mouth of this cape, what is their defense to not being... to not just getting taken by it's probably going to be like a black market, or maybe it's obviously not like, hey, what's Tortuga, where there's pirates everywhere, but it's probably like a it's probably has a great black market. It's a wonderful trade center, but probably a great black market, and a lot of pirates probably don't really port there, but they travel to there. They probably port somewhere else and then head there for trade, whether it's by ferry across this, across whatever we want to call that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So yeah, Kieran tells you guys about another port.
Yeah, I think we should go there. Sounds like a good plan. See if we can get our hands on a boat, whether we have to steal it or barter for it. I think it's a good idea.
I'm sure I could probably find someone I might know who may give us a ride. But...
What do you think, old man?
Who the fuck are you talking to?
You, I got hanged once.
Do you want a fresh one? I'm gonna raise my hand.
No, thank you, sir.
I think that at least until we can get far enough away from the wardens that I can backtrack to this, wherever the fuck it is they were going, and find out what they're doing there. I'm stuck with you people. So, yeah, sure, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna head off and start traveling there, I guess. As we're going, can I just get rid of our tracks? So it's hard to tell where we're going.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to tell where you're going anyway. You're bushwhacking. You're going complete. You're taking a right, or you're taking a left on a path that is going straight. I mean, so there's a lot of shrubbery and loose leaves and foliage that'll keep your tracks pretty covered.
Okay.
So the plan is to go to Storm Hollow right now?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to introduce the travel mechanic for the first time. The travel mechanic is there's 2 hexes between where your destination is and where you were. You were here, and there's 2 hexes here, so there's going to be 2 stories that you both are going to tell. These stories are going to be encounters or problems that you guys could pick who, but depending on whatever the hex is, you would come up with a problem as well as a solution. You would make a skill check. You'd pick a skill and you'd use it to try to overcome the solution. If we have half or greater of failures, then we are going to have a random encounter on the hex that failed. So for the sake of this, let's actually do 3 because we just did that one. So it's 1 here and then 1 at Storm Hollow. So who are the 2 people who want to go ahead and do some narration here? You come up with once again, you come up with a problem as well as a solution in character, and in character still solution, and then you would use a skill to try to overcome it. But of course with a narrative.
Interesting. Okay, I guess the first thing we come across, right, is like so like I explained to you what we come across.
Yeah, you explained to all of us. You kind of I kind of give you the reins of the story.
Got it. So
you come up with a something that happens, and then you also come up with the skill check that would probably overcome the solution. If you fail, then if we have more failures than we do passes or successes, then we'll have whatever that failure will lead to a random encounter.
What's the time of day right now, by the way?
It's 6 days between hexes, so you're doing a long travel at the moment, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. So as we're traveling through this incredibly
Meanwhile-
weird ass fucking place, we come across a shitty swamp. And as
Okay.
we're going through the swamp, we start to sink in nice and deep. Mostly because I'm still carrying those 200 pounds worth of chains.
Okay.
What would you roll to fix that problem?
Strength.
So what do you? Yeah. So what do you
Start to
think?
drown like everyone else?
So everybody's going through quicksand, or are you going through quicksand?
Just me, because I won't let go of the chain, so I'm fucking just sliding into the swamp.
So with whatever's happening, your character would overcome it. So it could be everybody sinking and your character helps them, or the fact is maybe there's like a bog creature and then you try to persuade it to pass or something like that. So
that's very cool.
you come up with a blanket encounter, and then you also come with your character that overcomes it somehow.
Interesting. All right. So I basically made the gnome carry all the chains, and
Okay.
he's slipping down into the mud.
The halfling.
Halfling, the hobbit, fucking hairy toes.
Yep.
And I guess
Correct,
to
sir.
fix that we're gonna try and drag him out by his hair. Show that I think that's a strength thing, right?
Yes. You can try to grab him out of
Why
there.
didn't you drag him out by the chains?
Don't you
Say,
drop
yeah.
those goddamn chains.
So Baron, you just kind of like start handing me these chains while I stand there, like,
Yes.
I'm
More
sinking.
like I just
I'm slowly
hand
sinking.
all of them to you at once and like hold this for a minute.
Oh, sure thing.
And
And
starting
then
to
he
sink.
starts to sink. Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
can tell
going to
we're
be a
being
problem.
best friends.
As his head starts to go below the buck, I'm just gonna grab him by the fucking hair and be like, "Oh shit, this is probably my fault. Don't drop those goddamn chains!" and start pulling.
All right. What do we get? You got a 16. Yeah, you are able to that pass. That passes you. You're able to get him out. And as soon as you like get him out of there, you like put him down, and then you start to realize that like Father Badrick is starting to like his cloak is starting to get really wet and full of mud, and he can't really move. And then you have to go help him. And then you realize that you're now sinking. So you have to like, and then you kind of move slowly over towards Luctos again, because he's still sinking, because he's still holding them. So it's like this very farcical thing where everybody's just like,
Don't drop the chain.
yeah, you're trying to get everybody to not sink, but also every time you leave one of them alone, they're still trying to sinking. But over some time, you are able to find some sure footing on a couple stones and get people up and out of there. So awesome. Now we have one more. This is the hex of Storm Hollow. So you guys can call it it could be an encounter at the city, at the gates of the city, on the outskirts of the town. It's up to you. But this one is for all of you, for any of you. It doesn't need to be Baron, because Baron just came up with a story. I'm gonna quickly grab a beer. Be right back.
I'm going to intend to be back.
They abandoned us.
You know what?
Okay,
If everyone else is running quick, I'm also going to go to the bathroom.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Well, it's fine. I guess I'll entertain the stream. So, welcome to Mythematic's channel. Appreciate all that support, everybody hanging out while we, I mean, this is the first time most of us have done, like, Ace, when's the last time is this your first time doing D&D? Second time. I think
Nice.
this is the first time. Oh, you're still fucking there?
Yeah, I just got a beer. Yep.
Welcome back.
Everybody ran.
They feel
Every-
it squawking. Oh my god, this beer is
left.
gross. Oh god. Belgian style triple with added spice. Oh man, this is not the beer I wanted. I grabbed like a 6-pack
This
that
is not
had
the
a
beer
different.
you're looking
It
at.
had a different. It had one extra. It had one extra beer in there, and it wasn't. I don't like triple whatever as you call them, or Belgians. I don't like them. They taste so weird. Anyway, I got a bunch of IPAs, and then this was in there. It's definitely differently.
Okay, so we're coming up on the gates, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, logically, but this is a very piratey
Baron,
kind
don't
of
take
place.
this one. Don't take this one.
Yeah,
Someone
I
else
got
will.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
was going
so-
with a similar idea. I got it if you
So
want.
yeah, because I was gonna be like, they saw me and they were like, "What's a navy what's a navy person doing in these parts?"
Yeah.
So it would kind of just be a persuasion
Okay.
type of.
That was
So
a
yeah,
taste-
the-
yeah.
So we walk up.
16?
So I guess we walk up to the gate, and there's just like a pirate standing guard. He's like,
You
"What
know
is
him as a
a?"
pirate. Doesn't
Well, yes,
seem
I-
to be a pirate, but you know him as one.
I know him as a pirate.
Yeah.
He's just like, "What are you doing here, you navy?" And I was just like, "I'm no longer navy, and I request entrance to the town without hassle, and I'm gonna try persuade."
Myth, while Smith is doing that, can I signal in Thieves' Cant to the guard that we'd like to come in and are looking for a ship?
Yeah, you can.
I got a 9 on my
you got
persuasion.
a 9. All right, so that's a failure. What did you just say to him again? Smith?
Oh, I was just saying how I'm no longer a navy, basically part of the navy, and I would just like access to the town.
You really expect me to think that?
I'm sure you may have heard word of it because I'm probably on several wanted posters or something of that sort.
Well, finally, it seems as if Briggs No Knees Lark is gonna have his day.
He's obviously talking about himself.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I don't think so. I could still probably kick your ass.
Really?
Yes.
With what?
And he kind of like looks at you and also kind of nods towards the fact that you are wearing skivvies and don't really have much of anything.
I just
Seem to be down on your luck there, Admiral.
I'm
Or
just
whatever,
gonna.
Captain.
I'm Captain. I'm just going to throw my bell pin at his head.
Okay.
Um,
It'll be a thrown attack or a dexterity ranged attack. Good old Briggs No Knees.
1d4 plus. Oh
Thank
god.
you,
It's
random-
1d4 minus 1 bludgeoning. Great, this is gonna be fun.
All right.
So,
Da-da-da. 17. Okay, nice. Yeah, you hit him.
okay.
Breaks right between the eyes.
One hit. One hit.
Miso Soup, what's up, Ben? How you doing, man? With 2 damage. All right. He's kind of dazed for a second because, like, he was not expecting you to hit him between the eyes with your hairpin. So there's 2 out there. The other one is trying to actually pay attention. Is that your brother? No, that's not my brother. That's Ace Helix. He looks. It is not my brother. So yeah, Luctose. The other guy is kind of like, what? Huh? And he's like, as he's like trying to read what you're signaling to him, because I imagine like Thieves' Cant is like, hey.
Yeah,
hey,
you got it.
and they're
Lots
doing
of like different hand gestures. I'm
Yeah.
trying to say like, "Hey man, how's it going? We're just like trying to get in here. Don't mind this guy. Oh crap, he threw a thing at your buddy. That's unfortunate." Well, shrug.
Make a shrug. Make a charisma, I guess, would be like a
Persuasion?
charisma check or persuasion. Yeah, because you want to try to, or deception because you're trying to keep him. Yeah, fuck that one.
Oh shit.
Shit.
No, do a deception.
That is
Okay.
worse.
Yeah. So you say, oh shit, your buddy just got thrown or just got a your buddy just got a pin and he's throwing shit at your friend. Oh shit, and that's when he looks over. He's like, wait a minute, and then he pulls out his sword. There are 2 guards out front, but these are just people on the outside of town. Do we want to go ahead and roll initiative, guys?
Okay.
Please. Let's roll initiative.
Okay, let's
So I'm gonna go ahead and.
I really need a new mouse. Damn it. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Oh shit.
So we got 11,
Oh my.
12, 25. Jesus. I'm just gonna roll for these two guys here. What did I get?
13.
13, great. So the 11. So Grennig, you're up. What is this? Ben coming in. Miso Soup coming in with that sub, guys. Can I get some myth love in chat? Thank you so much, Ben. You didn't have to do that, buddy. Thank you, man. That really means a lot, man. So let's go ahead and get Grennig, you're up. I have to find their stats.
Okay. Is there anything around I could use as a weapon?
There's probably
Like
a couple
a rock,
things. Yeah,
a
there's rocks.
twig.
There's sticks. You let me know if there's anything. There's a lot of things in
Badrick
that
is still
I
holding
don't care
a
if
partly
you add.
smoldering sharpened
Yeah,
stick.
that's true. You still have that. I mean, for 6 days, I don't think it's probably still.
Oh yeah, probably not smoldering. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have a log or a club,
Mhm.
a charred club that you can use.
He's been
Um,
blowing out of the entire time. to keep the efforts up.
This is worth it.
Lady of Light, help me. Yeah, that's what we got going on there.
Okay, I'm just gonna try and pick up a rock to use, and run towards the guy who turned to look at his friend and try and smack him.
Sure.
I don't know what that would be, but would a rock be like a dagger?
It'll be like it'll be like a dagger, but not piercing.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll the dagger one then.
All right, I'll see you, Click Monkey. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, just do dagger, and it'll just be bludgeoning. 26, yeah, that hits. How much damage? That's not the damage it does, is it? Is that the damage it did?
No,
It would
he has to
do-
click dagger. Click dagger.
Oh, yeah, and now you click dagger.
6 is to hit, and then
No, now you click dagger in the roll window.
yeah, in the roll window.
Right, I forgot. It's been so long. All right,
okay.
cool. All right,
5
sweet.
damage.
Nice, so you do hit him for 5 bludgeoning. Where
Is there anyone else within 5 feet of me when I do that?
5 feet of you. If you did you hit him? How did you hit him? Did you throw it at him or did you run at him?
No, I ran up to him and smacked him.
Okay.
Is he the only one that's
within 5
beside
feet?
me?
Yeah, the other guy's right next to him. Within 5 feet.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay, just 5 damage then.
Okay. I
And
don't
with
remember
my
how much-
bonus action, I'm just gonna run away.
Okay, so they were both sort of stunned. I mean, this other guy, Briggs, the guy that you tried to make a conversation with, kind of snaps out of it at the moment, and he pulls out like a cutlass, and he comes after you. Oh, here we go. There we are. Yeah, he pulls out a cutlass, and he is going to swing at you, Smith. It's going to be... does an 18 hit you? I think it does.
Yep.
It hits you for 5 damage.
Okay.
As he goes to swing towards you. He advanced towards you, pulls out his cutlass, and swings towards your shoulder. You don't have much armor, so it's really easy to hit you, and also it's kind of hard to dodge at that. He does cut you in the shoulder, making it a little bit harder and breaking through your defenses for 5. And who's after that? I don't have the roll window in front of me.
Well, there's 2 guards, isn't there? So it'd be 2 guards, and then it would be me, then Baron,
Okay.
then Ace. So is the other guy doing anything, or
The other guy,
is he just stunned?
he's stunned. He's stunned because he got hit with a rock really hard.
Okay, so yeah, the guy who just attacked me, I'm going to try and disarm him and just
Okay.
take his weapon off of him. So should I just roll the strength check against his strength check?
Yes. I have a +2 on mine.
So do I.
I got a 20.
I got a 6.
You got a 6. I got a 20. Nice. Now, so you can't. You fail. You fail. So now it is. I really need to keep up. I need to find a pencil so I could actually do this initiative tracker. You're next. Baron, you're up.
I'm gonna walk up to the nearest one and punch him in the face. I think I just clicked that, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're clicking things. There you go. Unarmed strike. Now you click unarmed strike for damage. So you do hit him. For 8. Okay. I don't have a pencil. I could just use this computer I have.
And Baron, you can actually attack twice.
Yep. You have 2 attacks at level 6.
Oh, so I just click that again.
Yep.
Do the same thing.
Yeah. So that let me take a look. Let's see if that hits him. Yep, that hits him. 4. Nice. We are way off of the plot. All right, so you got him for yeah. So Baron, what do you want to do? How do you defeat this man?
Oh, so I'm just he's clearly, because Smith's character is all puny and stuff, beating the shit out of Smith, right? So I'm just gonna come over and I'm gonna grab him. And I'm gonna just start beating the ever-loving. Just no finesse to it. Just brutal. Just beating the ever-loving shit out of him until he's unconscious.
Is this the one that Smith got cut by, or Smith got cut by?
That they're wrestling for the weapon and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Him.
And yeah, all right. So you probably just tackle him and then just start going to town.
Just beat
the
ever-loving shit out of him.
The other guy kind of just like, as he kind of like comes to his senses and realizes what's happening, he's like, his eyes go wide and he's like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, and he like turns and starts to run away into the town.
How many others are there?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Would
you can't see anybody
somebody
else.
stop him from getting help?
Badrick.
You're beating this guy. Get him!
So the guy that starts to run, Badrick is gonna try and chase him down, and then like reach and grab his cutlass, and just pull it, and then just like run back to the others, which would be a sleight of hand, right?
You're doing what?
He's gonna go and he's gonna actually he's not gonna run back. He's gonna try and grab the cutlass from the guy that's running away. Like, because he was booking back.
You can grab the cutlass off the guy who's getting his ass kicked right now by Baron. Like, Baron's on top of someone who's kicking his ass. That guy.
Right.
But
what he wants to do is he wants to stop the guy that's running back. He wants to stop him from going to get help.
Yeah.
So what he's gonna do is he's gonna try and grab the cutlass out of him while he's running. So he's gonna like run up behind him and like grab his arm and try and pull it.
All right.
And then, so sleight of hand, I guess.
Yeah. Sleight of hand, yeah. You
16.
can. He's running and like have you ever went bowling and you do that backspin or that backswing and then someone grabs the ball out of your hand? That's always that. And you're like, what the fuck? It's kind of what's going on here. He's running and you just kind of grab the blade, like the back end of the blade, and just out of his hand, and he kind of like stops and he's like fumbles a bit, and then he's now looking at a man of the cloth with a sword who barely knows how to hold it.
And then so he kind of turns and he's like a little bit.
And he goes to
up.
reach for the pistol on his side.
And then what Badrick is gonna do is he's going to, not with the blade, but he's gonna put the blade back and he's gonna try and smack him over the head, like with the back of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What should I roll for that?
You should make an unarmed attack. It should
unarmed attack.
I don't know if you have unarmed on your character sheet. Do you have any bludgeoning weapon at all?
No. I have a dagger.
You can use the dagger stats, but we'll just do it as a blunt weapon.
Okay.
All right, so you hit. Now click dagger in the roll box, and that should give you your damage.
In the what?
In the roll window. Give dagger a click, and it'll expand to the damage. Nice.
There
7
we go.
damage. Okay.
Okay.
He kind of like he takes it across the cheek, and you may have heard something crack when you did that. He didn't knock him out or anything, but he did just take a hefty hit. He still kind of stumbles back. Who's next in the lineup for initiative here? I think we start at the top. Yeah, Luctos, you're up.
So the one guard's down and the other one's just been hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
One's down getting his ass kicked, and the other one probably ran about 10 feet before he got waylaid by his own sword.
Okay, well, I'm going to run up to the one that's trying to get away and try and smack him again.
Okay.
Perfect.
You hit him?
Yes.
No, you hit him. That's your initiative.
Oh, did I roll?
No, it's
initiative?
not. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, never mind. What did you roll? You rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Whatever, I'll give it to you. So 5? Yeah, alright.
Okay, and because Ace is beside him, I'm going to use sneak attack.
Nice. Okay. For even more damage.
So I do 8 more damage to him.
So 13 plus the 7, 20. Okay, that's enough to knock him out.
Nice. Just before I hit him, I say, "Look, that's a priest!" And then clock him with a rock.
Okay. Yeah, he just... And he gets knocked out. So right now, you guys are outside the city limits. There was just a scrum. And then just like all sound dies down. It is now like eerily silent as you're outside of Storm Hollow. Known for its trade and it's also its shifty streets.
I'm gonna like lift up the chains.
It's also
while smiling.
Did we imagine it was nighttime? Because I was imagining it was nighttime.
Yeah, I thought that was totally nighttime.
All right, cool. All right, good. I didn't know if I mentioned it. All right, cool. So yeah,
Badrick's
it's
just
nighttime.
standing there with the cutlass like this.
So the battle's over. So the fight's over. Yeah.
Yep, fight's over.
Can I take off one of the guys? Can I take one of their cutlasses and one of their flintlock pistols? Because I know somebody had one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy. You have the cutlass that Baron was beating up. That guy, because you were wrestling for it. Baron tackled him and started kicking his ass. You have his cutlass, so you just have to walk over and pick up the flintlock
Yeah,
pistol.
I'm just gonna go over and pick up the flintlock pistol
from the other guy.
Yeah.
All right, so now there's these 2 bodies hanging out outside the front with you guys. What do you guys do? You guys head inside?
Oh, I'm looting their clothes and wearing their clothes if it fits
Cool.
me.
Great, yeah. So you you now have leather armor. If you want.
I'll turn and look at everyone.
It's like pirate's leather armor, you could say.
Yeah.
Guys, I know we're best friends and all, but this didn't go very well. We gotta make sure we're not just killing my brothers in piracy.
This may be the first time a couple of you know that he's a pirate. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm the only one who knew.
Yeah.
Quirk an eyebrow. Look at the guy unconscious below me. I mean, this went pretty well.
You guys,
Cocks the cutlass into the cloth.
As he's like fastening the his belt with a new sheath.
I just also after I've taken their stuff, I want to start to pick them up and move them into the forest and just hide their bodies.
Uh-huh.
We've got chains. Told you they'd come in handy. I'm just gonna jingle them. And you thought dying in the swamp wasn't worth the chains? Fuck you guys.
I'd just like to ask you guys something. You guys do know I'm super famous, right?
Sadly, yes.
For what?
You've heard of me, Lendar Luctos?
I don't know about gnomish porn stars.
Oh, God.
I'll turn and look at the 2 bodies that are dumped in the woods and
Frank, Gary, I'm really sorry this happened.
Briggs and Gary.
You're right, Briggs.
and I'll flip them a rock onto their chest to be like,
This is an IOU. You guys get back to me.
Oh
you
yeah,
need any
they're
help?
like trying to float, and you're just like gently put a rock on their chest.
Yeah.
So they start to sink. Goodbye, my friends. Just they only sink
Lindar
about
doesn't know that at all. He just like what he's doing is helpful, so he just turns around before they start sinking.
But they only sink because you're at the shore. They only sink about 6 inches under the surface. So you're like, goodbye. There we go. I hid the body.
Does anyone know what ship is theirs? Because now we got one we can take.
They're guards. How the fuck would we know what ship they have?
They're probably they're probably just crew members. They probably don't own a ship. They wouldn't be on guard duty. Trust me.
Well, right, guys, it's the middle of the night. We've just murdered 2 of the town's guard. I'm thinking we probably need to do this quickly before they notice that the people at the front gate are dead.
Yes. Obviously,
Murdered?
No, they're in a very heavy sleep.
Oh, phew.
I assume we've probably had a long rest by now, Myth. We've probably rested at some point.
Oh yeah, you guys are rested.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on us again.
Okay.
So that when
Storm Hollow's concept image is is on the stream right now. If you guys want to take a look at that,
I've tried to build that so many times.
I know, right? Yeah, it looks cool. I don't know if I want that one. Yeah. It's a trade city, so I think it's probably makes sense. Stormhaven actually used to have a lot of the trade, but since Stormhaven's mysterious abandonment, people have moved towards Storm Hollow, and that is why Storm Hollow is actually now a thing. That's why it sounds a lot like Stormhaven, because it is pretty much the residents were told to get up and get out, but that's okay. They have a place for them at Storm Hollow, and it's actually better for a lot of the people because it's closer towards the mouth of the ocean, or the mouth of the Gulf or the Cape or whatever you want to call that. It's better for everyone, and also it's just faster for a lot of merchants trade. But it's a little more on the skeezy side because of the amount of pirates that could easily just walk right into Storm Hollow these days. But you can also see from across from where you are, if it was daytime, you would be able to see Stormhaven. So what are you guys up to?
I guess we're just gonna go to the port.
Yes, that was
Mr.
Lag Cove.
Famous gnome, you son of a bitch. Since you're so famous, have you ever been here before?
Have I ever been there before, Myth?
Do people know you?
It's up to you.
Oh man, so many times.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, could you figure some shit out here?
What do we need, guys?
I was just gonna say that we could take some of the stuff from the people that are totally not dead, and we could trade it for a ride over to the port so we could check it out.
We could do that, or we could go and I'll do some secret handshakes and totally get us a ride.
I know I was a pawn star.
Before we go over, is there anywhere to gather information? I'd like to know if the wardens are tracking us, and if so, where from?
Well, I know this tavern.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, man.
No, you first.
I know a tavern, the Slippery Mermaid. That's a good place for information.
Was that your first porn film?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't know what a film is. Yeah, he mentions the Slippery Mermaid, which you all do know of or have heard maybe in the past of the Slippery Mermaid. It is actually a really good, it's a great gambling hall here at Storm Hollow. A lot of pirates come by, and a lot have wasted their gold and on the merriment that Slippery Mermaid has to offer.
Is there?
There's also hints that it is a brothel, or rumors that it's a brothel.
Never mind. Let's go there.
Maybe we should. Never mind. All right.
Yeah, so we go to the Slippery Mermaid.
All right. So you guys head to the Slippery Mermaid, and on your way there, you actually see out. Nope. Okay. Yeah. You guys head in there. There is on the screen or on the channel, you guys see the red building in front. The Slippery Mermaid is actually the building that the red the red roof that goes up into that bridge archway. The Slippery Mermaid is actually it's a bar on the bottom with a couple of your residence halls up at the top, but at the bar down at the bottom is the Slippery Mermaid with some gambling games and some several bars actually within. It's a tavern,
I'm
brothel,
hearing
and
the
also gambling
Cantina
casino.
song from Star Wars.
Yep. Yeah. So you guys, I assume, walk in. And as you walk in, you guys are greeted by a couple of interesting sights. There is a band playing, and when I say band, it's actually a really sad excuse for what you would call a performance. There are a couple people who are playing drunkenly. It seems as there's a drunk person on stage trying to take the bard's guitar, and you know how when someone's really drunk and they think that they know what they're doing, Ace, and try to Ace and try to roundhouse kick several things, but they think they know more than the person that they're talking to. In this case, this drunk person insists that he knows how to play the guitar, and he's on stage trying his best to play a folk song as the bard is entertained by watching this drunk dude, as well as trying to stop the drunk dude from breaking his guitar. And he's like, no, I got it. It's simple, just beep, 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 beep. And he's like, no, please don't. No, it's mine. It's beep, beep. You also see that there is there's a female half-orc who tends the bar down here. Funny, she's actually talking to three what you would call three wardens. There are three guys in red armor. One of them has like this greasy slicked back hair, slick black hair, and the looks like it's kind of like it was sprayed with, like, you know, if you got like that tease of sea salt, he has that as well. Two of them have helmets. There's that scene on the stage with the drunk guy, and then there's a game in the back. It looks like a dice game with these guys rolling dice using their cups and such like that. I forget what it's called. It's actually a cool game. Liar dice. They're playing a game of liar dice in the back.
I love liar's dice.
Yeah.
Is there
Weekend, what's up, buddy?
anyone that I know, because most of my crew turned to piracy after what happened to me?
Make a check. Make a perception. Nope. There is no one that you can see.
I'm gonna walk my ass forward to where the incredibly hot half orc is and be like, "Hey there."
She's talking to the three wardens.
I know.
All right. You head on over there and you're like, "Hello there," and she's like,
So yeah, I haven't seen anybody like that.
And then I can't really do a female. I guess I haven't seen anybody like. I don't know how to do a female half orc. Anyway, she says she hasn't seen anybody like that fit the description, and then she turns and looks at you, and then she kind of says, "Can I help you?"
I could really use a drink. It's been an incredibly long 2 weeks.
Ah, very well. What do you want?
Let's
Hey,
see.
Smoothskin. What do you want?
What is the cheapest thing? You know, it's been a long.
Grog.
There we go. That's
All
what
right.
I want.
So she pulls out some really shitty liquor. You see she grabs like her spiced rum, and then she goes over to this barrel, or like this open air barrel, and just sloshes or like dips the mug into it, and then she gives it to you. And it's just this murky, briny water, which happens to have spiced rum in it. It's grog at its fullest. Sea salt, like seawater and rum.
Thank you, lass, and I'll down it.
All right, you down it. But all the while, everybody else make a spot check or a perception. She must be Ugly Sep's sister. Yeah, she is. She's Robocat. Smith with an 11. With a 4 from Ace. Lendar. Lendar Lactose.
It should be on there.
Oh, did you give one? Did you drop one already?
At 10.
10. Oh, all right. So, yeah, Smith, you notice that the 3 wardens are kind of still talking, but the one with slicked hair is just looking down, kind of in shock, and a little bit of confusion at this dwarf who just showed up.
Okay. I'm going to... I guess I'll go over to the drunk guy who's trying to play a guitar. Or whatever it is. Or, I'll just be like, hey man, I think he wants his guitar back before you break it.
Okay. He's like, no, I got it. I've been trying to sing this song. It's an old thing I used to play for the missus. Jimmy, is it this one? No, it's not. It's boom. No, it's no, it's no, and he keeps doing that. He's like, hold on. No, it's not it. Go, I'll get it. Here, get me another beer. Yeah, go on, go get me a beer, and I'm gonna keep figuring this one out. All right, go ahead.
Maybe you should just. I think you've had enough beer. Maybe you should just.
I haven't had enough. I'll tell you when I had enough. Why don't you go get me another, and I will go figure out this song, and I'll get you a nice song, right? Now you go. Go get me a beer.
How about I try to figure out the song?
All right, well, you find it.
Yeah.
Here's a guitar. Now you figure out your beer. You figure out your song, and I'll get you your beer.
And then he leaves.
Okay.
And then he's like,
hold on. Wait a minute.
He offered to get me a beer. I'm gonna hold that up.
Here's your beer. Shit.
so
I'm gonna pass the guitar back to the bard.
He's like, oh my god, thank you so much. Oh my god.
You're welcome.
Right, and god, it's so out of tune. And he just spends like a couple times trying to retune his lute. Yeah. But yeah. Ace, what are you up to? And Lendar, Lendar, you've been here before. So what goes through your mind as you enter these doors again?
Lendar actually is going to follow behind Brimstone, and as he sits down at the bar there, he'll give a nod to the half-orc barmaid, whose name is Jera.
Jera, yeah.
Jera, good to see you again.
Hello, good to see you.
If you wouldn't mind, my friend is very parched, as you can see by his neck. And I'll point at his neck. So if you could get him a drink, we're best friends. If you haven't noticed. Also, and at that point, I'll try and signal in Thieves' Cant, hey, we need a ship. Do you know anybody?
And then then she's like,
right, yeah, I'll get you a beer.
And she kind of turns and she gives you the old, one moment. In her Thieves' Cant.
I was trying to point out, Myth, it looked like you were doing Cat's Cradle.
I was. That's what it is. That's
as
what
she
Thieves'
goes,
Cant is.
I'll
And then she goes in and she completes the Cat's Cradle.
Right, perfect. As she goes off, I'll look at the two guards and nod at them like, gentlemen?
And they're both like,
boss, this is... Commander Flynn, is that them?
and then you see the guy with this slick black hair is like,
oh my god. Get 'em, boys.
and they both, you see they kind of actually, I need a reflex save from you, Baron, as well as Lendar. Yeah, dexterity, yep. 27. Jesus Christ. All right, so you should just...
I rolled a 20!
All right, so tell me how you dodge this. Like they're actually literally jumping to tackle you. Who just dropped? Someone just dropped? Baron dropped.
Baron did, yeah.
Is he dead? Did he die? What happened? Baron?
Baron.
Baron, you there? I think his internet.
Oh, well, representing that.
Because he is not even responding. Okay, let me try to get you.
Yeah, we got all kinds of messed up.
It's just your giant face. There we go.
All of our cams are messed up now.
It's not horrible. It's just a little messed up. There we go. All right. So, yeah, I fixed it. Oh God, my camera's off. It's like everything's
Literally
fine.
all of us.
Everything's fine, except for me. There we
You
go.
can just like see my eyes.
Why am I so enlarged?
Baron, you back? No, he's gone now.
No,
Oh, that's
he's-
me.
he jumped.
Oh, that's me. It's someone else's voice on his. Oh, goddamn. All right, whatever. I don't care. So he'll be back, maybe. I don't really know what happened. Baron didn't roll. So let's say he sucks. They actually tackle Baron. They tackle Brimstone, and Badrick, you see this happen. I don't know what you did. What have you been doing?
So he was basically at the entrance of the saloon or whatever we're gonna call it, and he was kind of like peeking out on the docks and like looking for a ship that we could potentially take. While like everybody else went in, he was just
They went
like, kinda-
inside, okay.
He was peering around, looking at the docks.
Baron's back.
Baron, you back?
Yep.
What happened?
I kicked out the back of my power cord.
Oh, you dummy.
I was relaxing. I don't usually sit like this. I was kicked back. It was a good story. Things are happening. I was relaxing.
You're just
You got jumped.
Yeah, you got tackled, man.
Yeah, you got tackled by Flint. Did you hear that part?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no. The guy with the slick black hair is fucking Edward Flint. So.
Congratulations, Baron. You got tackled by yourself.
Yep. Baron, say something.
Yep.
Yes, perfect, awesome. The eyes fixed itself. All right, so yeah, so you were tackled by yourself, GG, and so you're outside, Badrick. You said.
Yeah, he's like right kind of out just outside the door, and he's just kind of looking at the docks when this started to go down.
Sure. Yeah, there's a couple boats out there. There's one that happens to have a lot of fish on it. You could only assume that the guy is probably inside or resting on the ship. For some reason, he didn't sell them or trade them. They're just out in the open. There's also one with a huge white sail, and there's another, looks like a galley out there as well. But usually the galley has a couple torches on it, as well as candle-lit captain's quarters. So no real reason to... I mean, I shouldn't say no real reason, but anyway.
I want it.
So as he starts to hear like the racket going on, as like things in the bar start, like glasses are breaking and stuff, as people are tackling each other,
hold on, did I just close out? Oh, there it is.
He starts to run on down the steps, like from the front towards the dock, and he looks for the ship that looks like the most abandoned, like not the one that had the fish or anything. Like one of them was like kind of plain. You had like a pretty
big white
general
sails.
sail.
Yep.
Yeah, the white sails. And he pulls the cutlass out of his cloth and he cuts the rope and he jumps on and he like waves his hands and he's like, come on.
Over to who?
To whoever's like, because I'm assuming most of them are probably going to start working their way towards the door because of all that shit that's going down.
Possibly. But I
So-
mean, you also don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Well,
what
he was like, he was by the door, so he was looking and he saw Baron's
he
character
saw
by the bar.
Baron
He'd get
started doing some
tackled.
weird things, yeah.
Yeah, so he booked it and he sliced the rope, jumped on, and he's like,
Got it.
"Come on!"
Come on, come on. All right. Baron, you're at the moment you have you're face to face with some. There's two dudes. Well, there's one dude on you, and then there's another dude who happens to be also you. Edward Flint happens to have his. He had a sword, right? No, he took out his.
He had
he has
two
a bow and
two
arrow.
swords. Yeah, like
Was
that. Flint carried 2 blades, 2 swords, 2 long swords.
Okay, yeah, you see, he takes out actually both swords and he holds them like cross blades towards your neck, and he's like, "Don't move."
I surrender.
You know how we've been looking for you for a week now.
Well, it's not my fault. You guys are bad at your job.
And then he's like,
As he says,
Bad at our job. Says we need you to do our job.
What does that mean?
Do you want to live, or do you want to stay here
I'm gonna look around.
forever?
Yeah, fuck that. What do you want?
We need you and your posse.
and he kind of like quotes the in kind of air quotes.
Need you and your friends to get us into Stormhaven.
And you won't slit my throat if we do this?
I'll slit your throat now if I have to.
No, I got that part. Definitely got that. But if we
And
do
like as he does
this-
that, he tightens the blades towards your throats.
Yeah, again, listen, what is with you fuckers in my throat? Listen, just saying, we can deal. We can come to a deal.
Good. The deal is you come with us, and we continue your sentence.
Yep, I'm thinking that's a decent enough thing to do right about now, considering you've got two really nasty weapons to my throat.
Maybe if it's the
today.
has the drunk guy come back yet?
Drunk guy's back. Got your beer. Actually, no, he's actually still at the front because Jera
Yeah.
is holding is kind of just like rubbernecking this entire situation with the wardens.
Okay, I'm going to try and pick up. Like, I don't care who it is. I just want to pick up some, like, the person who at least looks like they can defend themselves. Just their drink and just down it. And just say. And,
yeah, there's like a wounded soldier on the table, and you chug it.
Yeah, and just say, "Don't forget where you are. This is a place that you may know, and it's probably not the best place to threat people." And I say that loud through to the wardens on the bar.
You see that like Edward, like looking down at you, Baron, kind of turns and he goes, "Oh,
You already brought them here.
I mean, you could kill that one. He's kind of mouthy. Like, I'm in for this whole not being wanted thing. Yeah, totally. Down for that.
Right.
come along," and he kind of like points over towards you, Captain Kieran, and he's like,
"Oh, he thinks I brought them with me."
Yeah.
As in they're my prisoners.
No, he thinks because he knows that you are a part of the chain gang. And he's like, "Come along."
Will I be able to keep my weapons if I do? I don't want to. I won't do anything.
We'll have to hold on to the weapons, but you can use them.
While they're having this conversation, Myth,
Yep.
can I pop up behind Flint with a bottle that I grabbed from behind the bar?
Sure.
Be like, "Sir, that's my friend you have," and then smack the Flynn over the head with the bottle.
Yeah, you can do that.
Not the hair.
23 hits. Good God.
Oh shit! Roll damage.
For 8. Jesus
8.
Christ. So
Oh,
yeah.
not just 8, guys.
Oh yeah, it's fucking. But you announced where you were though, didn't you?
Well, as sure, whatever you want to do, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give it to you. So yeah, you knock out Edward Flint for almost max damage. With that 21, like Edward Flint like takes like he's kind of in a daze right now, and he's kind of puts the blades that were at Baron's throat or Brimstone's throat are kind of at his shoulders, or kind of at it, like hanging low by his side. The other two struggle to get Brimstone up, and they start to march you guys outside. But at the moment, Flint's kind of like gets back together, gets himself together, and he points his blade towards you, Lendar, and he's like, "You're coming with us."
As a reaction, can I shoot his hand?
If you want, yeah.
Obviously the sword with the hat with the sword to his.
Yeah, he says the lady and the king has missions for you, and he points towards the blades towards you, Lendar, as well.
I don't know who that is. Also, Jera, so sorry for breaking that bottle. Add it to my tab.
Miss.
Yeah, you miss. It flies right by his hand, and he kind of points, and he points his other one towards you as well. He's got like one out, and then across he's got the other one, and he's like the lady has missions for you, lady and the king.
I don't want to be burned alive as I get dragged out of the door.
Yeah.
Quit fucking around.
I'm just gonna nod, and I holster my weapon, and I say, "That was a warning shot," and walk out, following.
He does.
I meant to do that.
Badrick is crawling on the deck of the ship, trying not to get spotted.
Yeah. So yeah, as you're outside, you're kind of like, "Where are my friends? Where are they?" And then like they kind of all exit in kind of custody of the Lord.
Yeah, it's like mixed. It's just like, nah.
Yeah, it's like Baron's in custody. Lendar is kind of following, and then also so is. Like, it seems like an agreement happened. It doesn't seem like there's a huge struggle. There isn't like...
Oh, except he probably had a gunshot from inside.
Yeah, you did hear a gunshot.
Yeah. So he's kind of like just on the deck and just like peering and...
friend?
Yeah. I'm just gonna whistle and just go, "Come on." I'm just be like, listen.
Like, okay. I guess we're not going to the haven then.
He gets off the ship and he tries to retie the rope that he sliced in half.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
I'm just gonna cut a bit of my I have a, well, actually no, I don't. Never mind. Ignore me.
Okay. Fine. I'll ignore you. So you guys go with them freely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I need 2 stories from you guys. We're gonna be traveling another 12 days towards Stormhaven. Stormhaven, you can't actually see Stormhaven where you are unless I move it. I'm gonna move Stormhaven on the map, which means we're gonna need actually a lot more stories, which is fine because I like those. Hopefully you guys don't fail them because I have a lot to get to. Where is it? So, no, what the fuck? No, yep. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So, it is where you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's actually 6 stories. So I need 6 travel mechanics, six little narratives from. We can do 1 from each of you, and then 2 others, and then try not to fail half of them. If you fail half of these skill checks, then we'll have a random encounter. Remember, on a travel mechanic, I kind of give you guys the reins of DM. You guys, for each hex that you travel through, you can make up some sort of story or some sort of skill check for yourself. If you fail, then you could also say that you want to choose to fail, but then again, that is 1 failure. If we have in this case 3 failures, or if we have more than 3 failures, then we're going to have a random encounter on one of those hexes, as I deem. So if it's a really cool story and I feel like I could work an encounter onto it, I will. But it's up to you guys. It seems as if it's going to be mostly Doc. We've got this is the. Where is the brush tool? I don't even know what any of these are anymore. Oh, here it is. The brush tool. It seems as if we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's all coast. For those of you who are wondering, it is all coastal terrain.
So are we traveling on foot?
Anything could happen. You could be interrupted by pirates. You could be interrupted by a sea hag coven. It could be anything. It can be
Can I go first?
a temple of something. It doesn't matter. Anything could happen as long as there's a skill check that your character could overcome to help the others. If you fail that skill check, that is 1. That is 1 mark, and I don't want more than 3. In this case, it's half.
Haven't we already failed one as well? Because I failed one.
No, we didn't. That was before.
No. Okay.
That was before. This is a whole new one. Sorry,
Well, I
anybody
think
in chat that I haven't spoken to. Hi there. We've been really I've been minimizing a lot of different windows tonight. Hi there. I'm really happy you're here. Thank you so much for being here. This is a subscriber D&D game that we're going to do every Wednesday. It is we're going to swap out some cast members with others as we move along and as we roll forward to keep this consistent story going. Right now, it's these 4 that we are focusing on, but next week we will continue on to other prisoners who have been left behind and things like that. So,
being so close to Storm Hollow, I'm going to say, as you suggested, Myth, actually, we're going to come across some pirates in that first hex.
sure.
Or,
I have. I just want to say, while we're traveling, you said this is coastal, right?
Coastal the whole way. Looks like
Okay,
it's coastal.
I have. Coastal is one of my favorite terrains, so
Great.
no matter how far we're traveling, the whole group is all. Actually, no, I'm only always alert, no matter what.
So I'll give you advantage to your story. So in reality, maybe the meta here is that when we go through everybody's story and then we have 2 others, you do a second one. So you could have advantage twice. Make sense?
Yeah.
It's your favorite terrain. All right, so Lendar, you want to go? I know Baron wanted to go first, but Lendar already started.
oh, sorry, Baron.
No,
You
no,
can
let's
go first.
Go on, man.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, we'll come across actually some pirates that are just kind of coming up to shore, perhaps taking in some of their booty as we walk across them with these wardens, which may start a tense confrontation between the 2 groups.
Sure.
And
then how do you resolve it?
I am going to do a persuasion check.
Sure.
In order to try and mediate a peaceful resolution to this. As you know, we don't all want to die on this beach.
No. All right. Cool. So you're gonna do a persuasion check. I know your persuasion's probably high.
That was perception, not
Oh,
persuasion.
Yeah, you want persuasion.
They both start with P.
Yeah, I do that all the time. All right, yeah, that's a pass. Great. That's 1.
So I just kind of say to them, fellas, listen, we've all got loved ones, and we all want to go home to them tonight, or maybe we don't have loved ones, and we just want to sit at home alone. So let's just be friends and continue on our way.
Nice. Are these pirates you know before?
Yeah, I'll say the guy I recognize is Captain. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Captain Filibuster.
Captain Filibuster. He never stops trying. He's
That's
so
right. Yeah, he just
stubborn.
keeps going.
Filibuster. All right. Add handout. Okay. Awesome. So you passed that one.
The Baron, I
Bill.
assume you've got next one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we use to fix these things, the little stories? Are all of these throws here applicable, like animal handling, religion, perception?
Any skill? Yep.
Okay, so as we're heading along the coast, we come across 2 incredibly dead, bloated corpses.
Okay.
That immediately some of us may notice are the guys we murdered, fucking on the way into town, having floated down the coast.
Whoops.
very clearly sitting there with signs of fucking like blunt force trauma and just very clearly murdered. So we get into this tense conversation with the wardens about why these guys are here, and so I'm gonna bring up that perhaps the Lady of Light would want their eternal souls burned along with all evidence.
Yeah. Yeah. So would this be a persuasion? Are you trying to persuade the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you can't. Now here's the thing. I didn't mention this. You cannot do the same skill that someone already has done.
Oh, so he did persuasion.
He already
so
did persuasion.
What about religion? Would that work? Trying to convince
Religion
them
can
to-
work. I can let religion work because you're trying to persuade them using religion. Nice. That's a pass. All right. So they drag them out, and then these waterlogged bodies. It does take a couple hours, but they do. They wait, and
We need to wait. We need to wait in the sun. We use the sun, the mother light, to. The lady will grant us her divinity and her.
Baron, what would Edward Flint say here?
Edward Flint said that the Lady of Light will convey their very souls through flame using the very power of the sun.
Beautiful. So that happens. They wait about 6 hours or so of you guys just probably twiddling your thumbs and being so fucking bored. But anyway, they do end up burning the bodies. You're probably all wondering why the fuck they did that and why this was a big deal. But Brimstone is kind of like, no evidence. So
I'm gonna glare at fucking Lucky and fucking the captain and just glare at them. This is your fault.
Awesome. So that's two. That's two successes. Who's next?
So as we're going along, there's some actual
Ever burning flame. Yep.
There's stragglers of the squirrels.
Yeah.
That were
okay.
off of that whole horde, and they
Yeah.
they come across onto the beach like maybe, I don't know, 10 of them, 15 of them, or something. They come
They're
along.
attacking again. Oh no, there's only 15 of them.
Yeah, they come along, and and then I guess we'll do like an animal handling roll or
Sure.
something to try and kill them or
Shoo them,
trap
like,
them or
animal
shoot them
I
or
guess
something.
Handling them, yeah. I guess you can
Yeah.
handle them that way. But yeah, it's up to you. Do you want what do you want to do in that case?
In
it
that
doesn't matter, it
case,
doesn't matter. You fucking roll, and then I'll tell you what happens.
well, as a me and my character, I know.
Yeah. You wanted one, right?
Yeah, he wants one because he knows he can use it for a distraction at some point. So
Cool.
he wants to try and capture one of them
Keep it in his money
that leaves
pouch
many. So he's going to put
forever.
it in a pouch.
until the time is right.
He's going to feed it until he has to distract somebody with it.
Pocket squirrel, sha.
All right, that's another. That's
Oh,
another.
wow.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Awesome.
So yeah, he takes it and he puts it in. He has a little Velcro pouch that he puts it in, and it's just like chirping away in there. But he just puts it.
Awesome. Found you through Brony Punch. Loved your SOS stream the other day, and now you see play D&D. Guess I just found a new place to hang out. Yeah, how you doing, Fukumi? How are you, buddy? Hang out, kick your feet up, and relax, my friend. Yeah, so now you have a squirrel. So
Yeah, pocket squirrel.
Pocket squirrel.
That does leave, a bunch of other squirrels that I don't know.
Huh?
Somebody else wants to roll and try and kill them or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
Or they could just, be scared that you just stole one of their friends. Like, ah, shit, and run off.
They'll always remember the day that horrible son of a bitch took one of their own.
You'll
All right,
be
let's do
wandering
one
through the
more.
woods. Okay,
In the name of the Lady of Light.
right. So on the last one, we were traveling, and just a massive like thunderstorm hits, and it's just pouring down rain. And I'm just gonna do a survivalist check to try and make a safe area. Hold on. There you go. A safe area for just us to stay while the storm brews over.
All right. So make a survival check as you try to make some sort of shelter for not just the four of you, but also the other three. The
22, because I have
other-
an advantage because we're on coast.
Yeah,
And the squirrel.
yeah. 22. Nice. Nailed it. All right, so we don't need to do the next 2 because you guys have already passed your more than half. So you guys make it to Stormhaven with another 2 weeks, but nothing really ever happens. Nothing of import happens over the next 2 weeks as you make it through these hexes. Now, Stormhaven. Oh no. No, that's not it. I'm gonna quickly run to the restroom, guys, and then we'll start up Stormhaven. The Stormhaven encounter. We may run a little bit late tonight because our plot was kind of thrown off, and it kind of matters tonight because it's the first episode. So I'm gonna quickly run to the restroom. I'm gonna grab another beer, and then we'll get into what
grab a snack real quick
at the Stormhaven. So you guys could get up, stretch your legs and such. We're gonna run a little later tonight. Hopefully that's okay with everybody here.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm going to die. Yeah.
Well, it's fucking like almost 3 for you. So I mean, it is. You may actually die.
I've stayed up for 72 hours once. I think I can live.
Great, you'll be fine.
Can we just
Rennick, how about
pretend
you?
that Smith gets hung on the way? Could that be? Is that a thing?
Yes.
No, because I plan on bringing this character back later.
Are you good, Grennick?
Yeah, it's like 7:44 here, so
Wait, AM or PM?
PM.
Okay.
All right, I'll be.
That was
right back.
sarcasm. Sorry, everybody.
Is that not good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's break time. Okay.
All right, I'll quickly run to the restroom and then I'll try to fly through this as best we can. Okay, Grennick?
Yeah, no worries, man.
Okay, all right, be right back. Let me get music.
I'm still here, chat. I'm always here.
So am I.
So what do you think, man? It's actually that crazy misadventures.
Fun. It's real fun. Like, amazing.
It's been 3 or 4 times I've wanted to bludgeon, or the party members to death.
Yeah. That's that works. And I love how chat's changed it, so it's like...
I mean, that's a cool thing. Throwing in...
It's real showing how D&D really works. In a matter of seconds, it could change, and then the GM...
I had no idea. At first I thought, like, I didn't understand that was something that chat had done, and I'm like, holy fuck. Squirrels? What the fuck? I've done, I think, 2 or 3 things of D&D. Never with any of this, but the thing that I really never done a monk. It is incredibly nice not having to worry about any weapons and just being able to beat the ever-loving shit out of something.
Yep. It's also what we're doing is also good because the way Mistborn works, he's doing a lot of role play more than fighting, so which is good because it's what we're used to is a lot of role play.
Hammond Quest is great, absolutely great. I've watched the entire first season. I'm going to be rolling into the second one soon. Really, really cool. Hammond Quest. Have you guys, Ace, Smith? Have you guys seen it?
Nope.
Nope.
I'll give it a link afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, so I'm back. For some reason, we keep dropping a lot of crazy frames tonight. I don't really understand why. So we're back. We're going to try to fly through this as best I can. This is pretty much where the plot was. So I don't know what we're going to have, but anyway. So you guys kind of... A couple days go by. When I say a couple, I mean, in fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30 days go by. It's about a month of traveling with these guys.
But that was fun.
Yeah, about a month of traveling with these guys. Out front, there seems to be, out front of this abandoned dock town of Seaport, or Sea Haven, Stormhaven this whole time, Stormhaven. There is, it seems to be walled off now. There's palisades, there's spiked walls, and up on top of the cliff, you guys can see that there's still the hustle and bustle of the castle above. The castle where the king, of course, resides across the king of Emati, has been for a while. Now, you guys have known that there hasn't really been a king for a couple of years now. Or sorry, a couple of months. They're still looking and still doing the trial and the tournament. They did try to name one recently, and for those of you who are into the politics, I don't know who would be. Probably Smith, your character, as well as Badrick, would probably know this. That they did name a Sir Greg Percival, a knight, to be who won the tournament to actually be the king. But shortly after, there has been some sort of something happened in Stormhaven. It is now a dead town, and I'm not saying an undead town, but I'm saying a ghost town. They've walled it off. The palace and the king, King Greg, has walled off the palace and has put palisades up and has kept it at bay and has sworn it forbidden. If anybody is to go in there, they are to be executed upon leaving. Now, you guys pass over the bluff, and you guys round the bend on the beach, and you see up on the top of the cliff the palace, as well as the janky, the haze, like the haze settled on top and over Stormhaven. There used to be a sea breeze that would happen through here that would blow any sort of smoke or any sort of fog through, but as of late there hasn't been. It has been a very still air, which is on a sea coast is very awkward and odd. But you see up ahead there's this cloud, and then through the cloud, a cloud on the shore, excuse me, and then through the cloud you see jutting pieces of spikes. They can enter, but they can't leave, right? Exactly. Well, they can't. All right, we'll get into that point. So you guys approach, and Edward Flint also mentions, he goes, right, so we're here. What we need you to do is we need you to go inside, and we need you to take a look at their archive, their library.
All right, that doesn't sound too fucking ominous. You know, everything looking creepy as shit or anything.
Yeah, sounds a lot like a trap to me.
Well, it's not actually, in fact, a fucking trap or anything like that. It's actually going to probably be some sort of fucking crazy, I don't know, paranormal issue. But I need you to go inside and take a look. We can't risk any of our men.
I'm just gonna put my hands up and be like, weapons!
Right. Yes.
I should be like, weapons! And put my hands out.
Right, your weapons. And then they pull out your cutlass, they pull out the cutlass and the flintlock pistol. And he goes, these weren't yours anyway.
Do we all get weapons here, sir?
You didn't turn in yours. Where are your weapons?
I left them back with the chain gang. And give a little shrug.
Right. He goes, oh, funny you should mention that.
He passes you guys around the other side, and you see a tent city. Familiar faces. Some still are scarred, and some are even diseased from the attacks from the squirrel swarms that happened. The unimaginable squirrel swarms days before. Written by Potato Man Jerry, exactly.
Wait, so did he give me my weapons back? Oh, the weapons back, or is he?
He gives you your weapons, and then he also gives you the mercenary or the pirate weapons.
Okay.
They give you all of your weapons that you started your characters with. So if you guys actually have character starting weapons, you have them. They give you your effects from this camp, and they say, Edward Flint, the warden, Lord Commander Edward Flint?
Lord Commander.
Lord Commander. He goes ahead and he tells you and briefs you guys. You are to go in, and I need you to find out what is going on, what happened here exactly. I need you to find out what happened here and what is going on.
And what happens when we do all of this for you? perhaps not getting hung.
Release.
Right.
Doesn't
Gold?
actually answer.
That
Go. Sure.
That ride is
Whatever.
not. You're kind of an asshole.
he doesn't think we're going to survive. That's
Solus
why.
coming out with that prime sub 2 months in a row. Thank you so much. Can I get some myth love in chat? Spam all your myth emotes if you have them. Spam any heart emote. Spam any emote you want. Go ahead, guys. Thank you so much. Can I get some spam in chat for Solus? Thank you. Also, guys, you could affect stream if you're at home watching. You're like, wow, I really wish Baron could fail this next roll. You could actually go ahead and do that. You guys can take a look at our tips. You guys can take a look at our tips section. If you scroll down, and you could see how you can grant advantage to one of us, or disadvantage, or even give us a critical failure or a critical hit. It's completely up to you. Or you can go ahead and do what Dr. Pancake did and add 100 squirrels. That's what they did earlier today for generous donation and a generous support. So it's a great way to help out the channel, and it's a great way to interact with us and to play along with us if you can't get in tonight. So thank you so much, guys. I too would wish failure. Exactly.
Yeah, you were gonna make so much money on fucking my character.
Yeah. So yeah, I just need to make sure you can make it every week. He briefs you guys into that. I need you to go to the archives and figure that out.
I appreciate all of the information
have
and the
them
help.
in.
It's been fantastic. Like everything.
guys
I appreciate
know.
that. Go fuck yourself.
Then he goes, "Go fuck yourself."
No,
you guys know.
No. Go fuck yourself.
No, you. Go fuck yourself.
I'm just gonna
You
turn
son of a
away and start
bitch.
walking.
So he,
Are you sure there's nothing that we shouldn't know before we enter?
Nope.
Insight.
It's really hard. I've never actually had to imitate Baron, but I'm trying my best.
So let me get this straight. You and all your Royal Highness and everything, you know absolutely nothing about what's going on in there.
That's so dead on.
Nope.
By the way, I failed my insight.
You're right. So you believe him.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
he says, something happened here. Don't know.
A
Whoa!
resplendent offering.
Totally not Kelly.
I would like Baron's next check to be bad. 8D.
I would like Baron's check to be bad. I don't know why it does that. It double screams it all at me. So Baron, you have a disadvantage. Thank you so much. Totally not Kelly.
God damn it.
Kelly's the curse of the Kelly.
Totally not Kelly is given Baron a disadvantage. So what that means is he rolls 2 dice and takes the lowest. So he mentions that there has been an attack here. I just burped into the microphone. There has been an attack here as of the most recent attack was one that left many people in a state of undeath. I have no idea what you're talking about exactly. A state of undeath. There has been a plague that has happened through the blades of those who attacked. He mentions that it is too high a risk for the wardens to be turned, or the wardens to sacrifice themselves or give themselves into this army, if there is an army residing within the palisades. That's why they are risking you prisoners.
So they're trying to create an undead Baron.
Hey,
So can I try
we
it?
got there. That we can stream.
Can I try to intimidate him into giving us fucking...
Thank you, everybody,
some-
for coming by and hanging out today. It's been a wonderful time. It's really been a great stream, and we don't ever have to do this again. RoboCat coming in with some biddies. Thank you. 31 biddies coming from RoboCat. Thanks, man. That really means a lot. I don't know what the hell happened with that gross-ass transition. What the fuck was that? Ew. What? What? whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that's what he tells you guys. What were you guys saying?
I'm just ready to go. I'm just gonna wait for
All
the
right,
rest.
great. They open up the door. They pull the chain, and just like this dark or this thick fog just bellows through this like drawbridge thing, and it just envelops you guys. It goes, good luck. I hope you do better than the last people. They didn't make it out.
What do you mean the last people? As I walk into the fog.
Don't worry about it. And then he like hangs.
Don't worry, guys. We have each other.
So the door closes behind you guys, and as it does, it kind of makes it a little easier to see. You see up ahead, much like in the concept art that I have here on the screen. RoboCat coming with another 30. Thank you so much. Holy shit, that's 60 bits so far. Thank you, RoboCat. How are you tonight? Thank you for those biddies. Thanks for the support. You see, much like that, you see up ahead there is a building that is not in shambles, much like the rest. But there is a building up ahead that has some sort of, not red light, but sort of like a blue, purple hue coming from within.
Can I do a check to see if there's some sort of prints of like things that are around? A survival check just to see if there's
Sure.
like recent.
Sure.
Quick question. Is if there's undead around, then I get an advantage, but if there's not, then I don't. So.
Sure. If they are around?
Yeah, basically I get
Great.
to track.
Yeah. No.
No, I've not.
No to both. You see that there are footprints. You can't distinguish what they are. They're heading out and about. It looks like maybe someone was doing some sort of dance. There was some sort of like community square dance, or it could be a battle. You can't tell.
Okay.
It's one or the other, but god damn it, it's one of those two.
It's rather they're very happy or they're very dead.
Yeah, you don't know. you're going more towards the community dance. So the
And here I am like, can I train my squirrel to show me the way to the library?
RoboCat, I'm debating to actually start a Star Wars campaign. I actually, because no one actually does it on Twitch, and I think the Genesis system is really kind of what it is. And I kind of want to take a look and do that. I play Star Wars Destiny all the time. I love Star Wars, so I think it'd be a lot of fun to do. I may try it. And see what's going on. So yeah, you don't see much. You see footprints.
Okay.
But like I said, up ahead through the haze, you see an intact building known as the Archives of the Library of Stormhaven.
I'm going to slowly start moving towards it.
Cool.
Just
What's everybody else doing?
I'm going to try and, as they're moving along, I'll constantly be behind the Father Badrick's robes to try and hide behind them. So I'll be kind of stealthing behind him there.
Meanwhile, he ties a piece of twine from part of his clothing, and he ties it around the body of his squirrel, and he places it on the ground, and he starts walking towards the archives, trying to like tug it around.
Yeah. All right, so you're like pulling your squirrel.
Yep.
Brimstone, what are you doing? Anything?
Shaking my fucking head. Jesus Christ!
Perfect.
I got the fucking Ringling Brothers here. So okay, so I don't know how the system works, so I'm going to ask you. If I rolled for history, would that mean that you would tell me about the history of the place we're going through? Okay, so I want to roll for that as we're walking through here.
Sure. You're trying to decipher what's going on using your history. I mean, yeah, I think that's what that means. I don't care. Sure. Like, there's a lot of things, chat. If you're like, wow, I'm here for hardcore D&D and that is fucking it, this is not the channel for you. But if you're here for story and possibly D&D rules, then this is the channel for you. So what did you roll? You rolled a 10. Great. So what you can gather through your investigation and using your knowledge of history, you do know that a battle happened here once before. That's it. That's really
we
all
need
you
to
can
be
decide.
wary, boys. Definitely seems as if a battle has taken
But
place.
between
here at
who
one
and
point.
who, you know it was the city defending. You know there was a raid of some sort, but you don't remember of what.
Yeah, I can't quite remember where, but I'm pretty sure some sort of raid took place here. Be
Well,
on
you're
the-
very knowledgeable.
Listen, motherfucker. I
You
don't have
hear on the
time.
other-
for your
you hear
goddamn
on the
stats.
other side of the wall, Flint goes, "Listen, motherfucker." Up ahead is that library. You guys make your way towards the library. Does anybody do anything before this? Before I start moving on into the library.
Can I do I guess it'd be like a perception roll
Sure.
and just kind of like peer around and see if anything triggers, maybe something that might have happened or
Yeah.
whatever.
You can go ahead and do that. The
10.
most collected tranquil mark there ever was. Yeah, exactly. So with the 10, you do realize that at some point this town was raided by someone. You don't know who. It's the exact same thing that I gave Ben. There are marks and hints of like scratches on the door. There are bits of like seaweed or tattered clothing in the town square. That's pretty much it. There's a bit of that weird eerie haze that hangs over the town, but you already knew that. That's pretty much what we got for you.
Yeah, so I'm ahead, so I'm just gonna go to the library.
Sure,
Oh,
you head right into the library. Sure. Luctose, are you doing anything?
I'm just kind of creeping behind everybody, looking around, making sure nothing's following
pop out.
us, and
Sure.
I'll also quietly whisper to Brimstone, "Friends, we're friends."
I swear to God, I will beat you to death. You remember what I did to that other guy, and I kind of liked him.
And you love me, so I'll probably almost die.
Hey guys, you know we're trying to be a bit quiet here.
Go fuck yourself.
Yes, what my best friend said.
What my best friend said. Go fuck
Okay.
yourself.
Before, as I enter Myth, am I able to once again cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us?
Sure. So yeah, you enter the building. You are greeted by a corridor that is the building itself seems pristine. Out of everything that was here, there is everything that was here. There seems to be everything is in shambles or broken into or raided. But the library, the archives. I forgot. Baron, out of game? Do you remember who actually ran the library at that time? Probably not.
No idea.
But I remember we built one because I remember walking through it.
I think it was
several-
Bunny's character.
Yeah, it was like
I just
several
don't remember who she
floors.
was.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah. Anyway, several floors, and you're greeted by a corridor with several shelves that wrap around, and then a spiral staircase going up. The aura within, when you enter the library, the fog dissipates. It seems to be clear as day inside the library. It also seems eerily silent.
Oh, that's not fucking ominous at all.
I'm pretty sure aren't I the only one in here at the second?
I mean, yeah. Unless everybody went with you.
I'll stick with him.
Sure.
I'm gonna try to stealth and go to one of the bookcases and just start looking to see if there's any I'm just gonna try to look to see if there's any important books that I should pick out and read and
Sure.
check.
It's kind of hard to see. There a lot of the books are caked in dust. Where there is a title, it's caked in dust. Otherwise, over time, fingerprints have eroded the gold leaf off of the title or off of the binding. But you flip through a couple of them. The first one that attracts your attention, a lot of them are blank, which is weird. But then one of them starts to say in different scratch, different various handwriting, the word grim.
Okay. That's not creepy at all.
right, boys. What's the plan here?
Something about Grim.
I'll be honest, I'm just kind of sticking with you guys. I don't know where my crew is, so I'm just kind of hanging out.
Right, got it. You'll probably abandon us. Got it. Well, take anything that seems even slightly useful or creepy.
Yes, sir.
Okie dokie.
I just passed him the books that I just took down.
So again, what does the book look like again?
So the book actually looks like a storybook. Of it, the title is the Goblin. It's called the Goblin and the Gambling Game. It is a alliteration storybook for children, and but when you flip it open, it just says Grim across the pages.
Right. Okay. Check all the books. Do they all say that, or just this one?
Who grabs the next book?
You just grab the next
I got it.
There
Sure.
you go,
This
bam.
one. This one is Eliza and the Spider, and it's a storybook for children. Obviously, again, and it's about her trying to eat her food, but a spider keeps stealing it. Not to be confused with Little Miss Hubbard. But anyway, she looks at you when you flip through the books. It says on the pages, "pitch."
Right. So, let's try another book.
So this book, the next book, happens to be a journal, or excuse me, you're now in the archive section of a lot of the old wardens. You actually see one that says Edward Flint, Captain Edward Flint, and it says the date of the time before the raid. And that is the gentleman, of course, that you just met earlier who sent you in here. Edward Flint's codex flips open and reads, it says some things about the Dragon Riders and how they can't be trusted. It says some things about how they met a man named Crom, who wouldn't stop talking highly about this lady, and how much he and his friend Crom were really good friends and how they would get things done together. And they would always talk about how the lady was. But then in the middle of it, it stops, and it just starts to say Aeacus.
Can I roll my history check again?
Of course you can.
Okay. I'm gonna try and check to know if I would know any of these names.
Sure. So with a 19, Baron, you spent Brimstone, the dwarf who has died once before. You have spent days hanging in the state between life and death. And that is where you found probably your power of being a monk. That is where you found your long death. Within that meditation, you've been plagued by many thoughts. Some that would prove to be worthy, some to be a strength, and some to be a weakness, and some to also be a, I guess, a stain. You do know and have heard the name Grim before. You don't know what or where, but for some reason, when you keep thinking of death, when you keep thinking of that time you were hanging, you do remember that there was that name introduced to you, whether it was by them or whether it was by yourself. You remember the name Grim.
Something's not right. This is really not right.
Can I take a look to see if there's any hidden doorways or anything like that around, like the actual archives area?
Sure. Maybe perception. Lendar, what are you doing during this time?
Would it be investigation?
It'd be investigation, yeah.
Lender will, like, as he was told to look through all the books, he'll kind of like take the books off the shelf, but then like not really read them at all. Just kind of look at them and then put them on the ground, look around and nod at everybody and wink like he knows what's going on.
I know.
Yes! The things you're reading, I'm reading too.
I rolled an 8, which nah.
Yeah, you can't find anything. You just see more books. A lot of the books you flip open to now are blank.
Okay.
But
Is there-
but during your investigative stance, you flip through the books and you're holding the binding. Let's say you're flipping with your right hand, and you're flipping through the pages with your right hand, and you're holding the binding with your left. You put the book back. You realize on your left hand you have a puddle of ink in your palm, and dripping down your elbow.
These books seem to be leaking the writing magic. I assume.
How can a book leak?
It's got to be
Magic.
freshly written. But they like recently did it for some sort of code.
Yes, maybe we should take some of these books, as many as we can, back to the Flint guy.
We could always burn this place to the fucking ground. I mean, anyone?
A book falls off the shelf in front of you.
Well, is anyone gonna go pick that one up? I'm not picking that.
I'll go grab
wait,
it.
No, wait. I'm gonna
No, I'll go get it, guys.
Fine.
Lender will go over and grab it.
It says the story of two sons.
Something about some sons.
But sons are spelled S-U-N-S.
Spelt in a certain way.
What does it say in the book? Is it like the rest?
Oh, you want me to look inside? Okay.
Yes, open up the goddamn book!
I open up the book.
In the beginning of time, there were two sons, spelled S-O-N-S.
After
There were-
reading that first bit, like, Lender closes it up, and then, like, anybody else want to read this?
Can you not read?
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I'll walk over and take the book and open it.
In the beginning of time, there were two sons. These sons fought to prove to their father that they were worth more than the other. They fought time and time again, until the son, with blonde, brilliant hair, defeated the son with black. He beat him so far that he could not return. But through the weakest days and through the lull of time itself, the other brother proved to be a worthy adversary.
I'm gonna drop the book.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, no. I'm gonna take a couple steps back and be like, fuck that.
Wrong, I don't get it.
Aren't you a fucking preacher? Go read the book.
Yeah.
He picks up the book and he goes where they left off,
Yep.
and he starts to like kind of rifle through and see if he can find like some sort of patterns. He'll peek at like some other books and he'll look through and see if he can like find
Sure.
any connections between the multiple books.
A worthy adversary. Time and time again, millennia after millennia. They're proven to be a better time for him, the sun, the better sun, and also the brighter sun. But no matter what, through the shadow, shade, and inky blackness, out came the pitch ink to stain that of his brother's work.
Yeah.
A grim darkness fell before the land, time and time again. The darkness was one that would then prove to be the end for many. Knowledge of this simple legend is a strength for the son, Aeacus. And then it ends. Actually, there's more, but as you're reading it, you start to realize that the ink is starting to pool and drip down to the bottom of the papyrus pages, and then seep into the binding and onto your palm and down your elbow and drip onto the floor. You notice when you start looking at the pools of ink on the floor that they're starting to, as if you were to blow a high-pressured air towards ink on a page, it would start to run up this side of the wall and out the windows. Until every book that you read is blank. And the fog starts creeping in through the windows.
Yeah, so what we're looking at here in this town is, I think, the first coming of the apocalypse.
I mean, that's a pretty big jump here, but I mean, okay, so are we going to follow that? I'm going to point to the ink trails.
And like all of the windows, not just like, oh, that one window, fuck, let's not go that way. It's all of the windows. Just out. Like it drips up like striations of running water up the wall and then out the window, and then it just turns into like some sort of flicking mist, as if you were to like throw water out the window of a moving car, kind of like that.
So while these guys are all kind of open mouth, staring agape at what has been read, Lender is going to be like kind of starting a pile together to start a fire, because he remembers that someone said that they should burn the place down. Gonna burn this place down for my friends.
You're incredibly literal.
Aren't you guys creeped out? We should just destroy this place, right?
I'm more intrigued than creeped out.
So I
Like
shouldn't
the fogs
do
came
this.
back, right? No, don't fucking set anything on fire. But the fogs come back, correct?
Yeah, the fog seeping through the windows.
That means that whatever was going on here is going away. It took the information right from the pages, like it was trying to erase history, like it's trying to erase information.
I'm
I
going
haven't
to
seen
like
anything like that.
I'm gonna like move to like the direct middle of the library.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like furthest away from where the fog would come in, and then it would be the last place it would come. And just wait.
Okay. The fog comes in eventually. Harmless as it was outside.
Whatever was going on here seems to be done. I don't think we're going to find any more things useful here, correct?
Correct.
I mean, I'm not so sure this is enough information. This is all very vague. But he
But
said
if it's the only information, then we need to return it.
Yep.
I'm gonna head towards the door and open it and just like hide behind the door, so when the fog comes in, it doesn't go straight towards me.
Okay. Yep. Fog comes in normally as if it was foggy inside, and you open the door and it's foggy also outside. It's not like a huge bellow or torrent or tidal wave. It just kind of happens. But
Right.
you're greeted with the ghost courtyard of what was once Stormhaven.
I think we should get out of here as quickly as we can back to...
Hopefully it's enough to prevent us from being burned alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, Pablo.
And I'm just going to start running from the gate that we came in.
Okay. Yeah, so you start sprinting. You guys start seeing when he was like, I think we should get out of here. And he just turns and sprints. You guys are probably all kind of like, shit. Maybe we should run.
Well, that's one way, and I'm going to take off after him.
Sure, all right.
So don't light this fire then, is what you're saying?
Would you
He's
stop
just
that?
still inside.
Lender's been like just slowly doing the flint and steel, like just staring at everyone, trying to get it started.
Yeah.
But after seeing everybody run, he'll start
same.
packing things up and start heading out with them.
Sure. Okay. So you guys make it towards the doorway outside. Nothing is really different than when you went in there. There's still the footprints of that could be a dance or could also be a battle. Who fucking knows? There's also the bar that you saw that was broken into and abandoned. There's the blacksmith that was also broken into and abandoned, as well as many houses, and also the tavern. The whole lot has been done, and you see also out in the coast that there are several sunken ships just in the harbor. And then you open the door, or you at least knock and rap on the door, and the door opens up, and on the other side there are several wardens. Like, so, and they're fully armed, and they're like,
What did you find in there?
Well, let's see. Have you ever watched books bleed?
Did we ever watch what?
Books bleed. The very word from the page melting right off, evaporating into pure air.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, well, that kind of shit. Can I speak to the person we're supposed to speak about with what we found? Are you it? Are you the guy? Is this the conversation we need to have?
No, let me go get Edward.
so he walks off and he goes and grabs Edward. Edward comes back. And you see he's got his helmet on this time. It's got a lower flap underneath, but the two eyes are up here. It wraps around, and then it has a leather backing to cover the back of his neck. He kind of takes it off, and he's like,
So, what did you find?
Well, let's start with the fact that your
I
archives...
need everybody to make a spot check. Or a perception check, excuse me. Okay. You notice that his hair is over his face. Go on.
Right, so, where do I start? It seems that archive of yours is bleeding knowledge, like, legitimately.
Bleeding knowledge. What do you mean, bleeding
Right
knowledge?
off the fucking page, that's what I mean, like here, let me show you. And I'll reach for the book. We had them put aside the children's tale.
This book is blank. The pages are blank. What do you mean?
Yes, all of them are blank. We were able to read some things, some words like grim, pitch, a tale of two sons.
A Tale of Two Sons. Tell me about that one.
Where should I start? Well, I've already
From the
forgotten
beginning.
most of it. But okay, from the beginning, apparently there was two sons, and they were apparently really assholes to each other and were always fighting. There was words like adversarial. There were words like, anybody gonna help me here?
I think he was saying like things like dumb guy, nincompoop. You know.
Yeah, there were two sons. One of them ended up killing the other one and became the adversary to the other one. And then blah blah blah, in comes the darkness and doesn't end well for some places. And eventually the darkness swallows everything.
Well, interesting.
Huh. Make a spot check, everybody. Again, another perception, sorry. 23, good God. Smith, Ace, and Grenig, you all notice that as his eyes kind of widen, and as his eyes widen, that's when you finally notice, because there has been a change in his eye, his eye, I don't know, pattern, I guess, that you realize that he doesn't have an iris anymore. Hold on. He also doesn't have the whites of his eyes anymore. Just these pits of black are hidden behind the eyelids of Sir Lord Commander Edward Flint.
Oh, jeez.
And the squirrel is biting at his ankle.
Really?
Well, yes, really. I mean, you sent us in there. I'm telling you what I saw. I don't notice any of this, so I'm just acting normal.
Yeah.
Are we done now? Can we go home and shit? Because I'm really creepy, motherfucking stupid, shitty town. Totally not liking it.
I mean, not to be too forward or anything, but standing out here, do you see anything like a storm of ink or anything like that?
The adversary, Grim, or Aeacus, or even the late great Alexander, thrives and lives off of what now you know. Thank you.
And you see that you see that, I'm sorry, for those of you who rolled a 27 or 23, Grenig, you notice that this entire time he doesn't have a shadow. Everybody else does have a shadow. His shadow is gone. But you see his shadow, of course, lengthens back into where it should be, like everybody else around the area. But he collapses. Dead. Well, not dead, but collapses. And then, yeah. You see some of the wardens dive onto Edward Flint's body, the Lord Commander Edward Flint's body, and take a pulse, take off the helmet. They try to unfasten his armor to try to get him to breathe or something. They try to start resuscitating their Lord Commander. But
while
if you stay longer, you'll notice that they fail.
Can Lendar, while they're jumping on him, kind of mutter under his breath, guys, let's get out of here. And no one does anything.
I guess you see, this is where I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been, we're about a half hour longer than we should be.
I was trying to say something, but I realized.
What do you want? What do you say?
I was gonna say I was gonna walk up to Edward Flint and just.
Sure.
I'm gonna use my first level spell and try to just use Cure Wounds.
Sure.
I don't even know what. Hold on.
Sure, it's
1d8 plus your spellcasting.
Sure, that's fine. He wakes up for a second, and he goes,
What? What just happened?
I don't know. Do you remember anything?
What'd you fucking find?
Well, that's not good.
And I just whatever books that we had still, I'm just gonna put them on him and then walk off.
And he starts to twitching and convulsing, and then he stops breathing. Everybody goes back. Do I have a twin? Yes, I have a twin. Everybody goes back and starts to try to resuscitate him as best as he can, or as best as they can. Any last thoughts for this session before I wrap it up?
That was pretty fucking cool. I now think I have an understanding about where in the timeline we are, but that's very, very fucking cool. Yeah. It's actually kind of cool to adventure around in lore that's been built for a year. Like, I mean, like a lot of people always said that they were interested in this lore. So, like, you're actually giving so many people a chance to see, like, all of it, as well as the twists and turns and changes that can be made here. Very fucking cool. Like, really, really cool.
Awesome. So the wardens go ahead and they actually they leave you guys because they have a more important matter. They need to get the Lord Commander to the king up on the castle ridge and speak with them. They do come down. We'll get back to that, Baron, in a moment. I just want to try to wrap up the story, and then we can go over everything. They go up, they come back down, they leave you guys here with the criminals of Seaport, those who are meant to hang. They leave you here in the tent city to then come back with the news that the Lord Commander has died. Due to corruption. He then mentions that, but in that time that they were investigating Lord Commander's death, the chain gang, or the prisoners, have slowly filtered into Stormhaven. Stormhaven is now, as Westmarch's style, is the home base for you guys. It's right upstairs is the palace, but don't think that that's perfect yet, because the wardens come back down, and you do realize sooner than later that the king, Sir Greg Percival, has been stricken with a sickness and has been bedridden for days. No one's heard from him. He doesn't have an heir. He doesn't have a wife. But he is locked in his room, and there is no cleric or anybody of the cloth who will then look upon his corrupted soul. He is there, locked in his palace, just out of reach of you in Stormhaven, who could then now use Stormhaven as your home base. We're going to use this as the home base for the Westmarch's game. So if we need to travel out from here, we can, but we will always come back. This is where the persistent town will be. The abandoned and rebuilding of Stormhaven. So that's my session today. I know, Grenig, you don't really know a lot of the lore, but I hope a lot of it kind of peeled itself and through osmosis made sense to you. The adversary is just this dark power. Also has several different names: Grim, Pitch, Aeacus. I don't know what else. Father Alexander was a dude who died. You will find out more about him, but he's a dude who died who then is also mistaken for him. Stormhaven was our first town we had. That was then in Season 2 decimated by the Undead Army. So that is where we leave up, probably pretty much right after Season 2, or right in the tail end of Season 2, where a lot of that timeline doesn't really starts to get really jumbled. That's where we're starting off and doing this. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If we can go through, my name is Mythematic. Thank you guys so much for coming by and hanging out today. Thank you for all of the support. Thank you, Dr. Pancakes, as well as Kelly, for the interactions today and playing along with us. It really means a lot. It really helps me get to where I want to be as a streamer full-time, as well as to TwitchCon at the end of the month. I'm doing an RP fucking what is it called, panel, and I'm really excited to do it, and it really means a lot that you guys were here for it. Let's go down the line. I'll be streaming tomorrow morning, but don't fucking worry about it. You'll see when I go live if you follow the channel. Baron, who are you and what do you do here on Twitch? And thank you so much for coming by, man.
Anytime. I'm Undead Baron. I do stuff on Twitch.
That's it. Okay, great.
That's it.
Can I get a all right, let me just go ahead and do it. I'm an Undead Baron. Shout out, here it comes. Blah, blah. There we go. Give him a follow, guys. Undead Baron's awesome, dude. He and I have been role playing for years. He's super cool, dude. A lot of this lore has been made from his own cranium, as well as mine. So just go ahead and check him out. Great plug. I know, it's wonderful. Kieran Smith the Brit. What are you up to? What do you do? Excuse me, here on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm coming on Twitch as obviously.
And what did you think of today? Let's also do that as well.
Today, well, this was one of the best D&D sessions I've been a part of so far.
Really? Wow, it's been so long.
I love it. I am also on Twitch. I'm a RPer, mainly on Ark. Obviously, some other games I do. That's really it, to be honest.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you so much, man, for coming by and hanging out today. It's always hard to get the first one off the ground, and it really means a lot that you guys wanted to come by and hang out. Next is Ace Helix, an awesome dude, a really good friend of mine, and a great mod of the channel, and a poser of my mustache. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm Ace Helix. I've been role playing here for quite a while, and I stream infrequently, but I'd like to probably at some point just start kicking it more up. But when I figure everything out in the balance and how I can do for schedule, I'll be doing that more often. I do role play in all kinds of different games. I don't really main any games, but it's really just kind of wherever the community's at. I'm pretty new to D&D. This is my second game, and I thought it was really enjoyable. It was really cool to see the D&D within the lore that we've all been kind of engulfed in when it came to Arc roleplay and everything that was surrounding MythRP and a little bit into Origin and everything too. Was really, really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I kind of was sad because I was like, man, I really wish this was Cypher System, because Cypher System DM doesn't roll anything. I don't have to care. I just have you roll everything, which is really cool. So I was like, oh man, this would be great. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Grenig, what up? How did you like this session? What do you do here on the internet, if anything at all? How did you like today? Also, how did you like today?
Yeah, I don't do anything on the internet. I'm
Perfect.
Usually in the chat rooms of Myth or Undead Baron. Today was awesome, man. Like, from not knowing any of the lore, yeah, I'm very intrigued, especially this last little bit of where things are going. And I really like the whole concept of everyone creating the world together. I think that's really cool. I've never experienced that before. So, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I really, really enjoy collaborative storytelling. As an RP streamer here on Twitch, I really enjoy just offering things and then hoping other people add on to it. And if they don't, I'm always like, fuck this, and I leave. But I mean, like, it really means much more when there is chaos thrown into a planned event. Like today when we had Dr. Pancake come in with $50 and was like, hey, fucking 100 squirrels attack the party. That was, like, awesome, because I love to just say, well, that's a challenge, and then go for it, and then still try to tell the story. It really means a lot. And I'm happy that you guys are interested in the traveling mechanic. I know that a lot of D&D doesn't involve that. That's not even a rule, but it's a house rule that we did on Encounter Roleplay, and I really fucking like it. So we're gonna probably keep doing that. I really enjoy letting you guys take control for a bit it lets me relax as well as listen and enjoy the story too, because we're all in this together. It's not just the DM's fucking party and you're all invited to it. It's all of our game, and I'm happy that you learned some of the lore that you didn't know, but also enjoyed a lot of it. And I hope that you guys in chat enjoyed it too, as we all kind of fumbled with new lore, mechanics, homebrew story, and as well as me trying to remember how the fuck Roll20 works. So thank you guys all for coming by and hanging out today. We're gonna be live again tomorrow. Can I get a raid call in chat? We're probably gonna raid somebody. Give me a sec here as I figure out who we are gonna raid. Any last words, guys, while I figure out who we're gonna raid? Perfect. Great.
Dicks out for Pablo. As somebody
Dicks
said.
out for Pablo.
Yeah,
Hashtag
No,
dicks
I said
out.
that, yeah.
Dicks out for Pablo. Let's go ahead. Let's raid a buddy of mine named Unmade Gaming. If you guys have not been here before, this is Mike. He is playing Blades in the Dark. This is a really cool game. It is a game based kind of like if you were to play. Oh boy, what is it called? What's the game with the guy with the mask? Dishonored. It's kind of like Dishonored, and it's like a Dishonored role-playing game. Everybody's a fucking assassin or rogue in this weird utopian sci-fi-esque kind of weird shadow dark world. Ghosts exist, but they all are kept away from this fence, this like plasma fence. It's a really cool fucking game, a cool setting. It's called Blades in the Dark. We're going to go over to Unmade Gaming. He's the dude right now we are going to raid. So copy and paste that right there. It looks like a Raid-O-Matic. Get that copy and pasted as we head into, oh my god, into Mike's channel. All right, have a good night, guys. See you all tomorrow. We're going to be probably doing some more Fortnite tomorrow before work. I love you guys. Have a good night, guys. See you. And thank you guys all for coming by. Any last words before we leave?
Bye.
It was just fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Glad
it
you
was
liked
great.
Just fucking awesome.
Awesome. And we have this every week. It's not just locked to this cast. It's anybody who is a sub who signs up and makes a character before next session every Wednesday at 7 p.m. EST. You can come along and hang out. Thank you, guys. It really means a lot.
And if anyone needs help making characters, let me know.
That's
Because
right.
I have lots of time.
That's
Same
right.
thing.
Grenig's the shit. He's been helping out a lot of people. Thank you, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Enjoy what Mike has to offer. He's awesome. Say hello from me. Don't forget to raid him. Don't forget to give him that raid call. I love you guys. See you.